Hey guys, welcome back to Weeb101 and I hope you can see me because my camera is angled very weirdly. That's better. Yeah, and today we have another special episode. All our episodes are special episodes.
Very
so we keep
special.
saying that. And we have our third guest episode. Third, right, Sid?
Yes, the third one. Yes, finally.
Third
We
guest
have more
episode.
people to get on our podcast.
And this time it's not someone Sid knows, it's
Yes.
someone I know.
Finally.
Yes, so today we have Nivedita on with us. She was my friend in, what do you call it in, Joy just said?
Junior college.
JC?
Yeah.
But is it what it said everywhere? Okay, 11th grade, yeah. My friend from 11th grade, and she is a good artist who also does a lot of anime related stuff in general. She lived in Japan for a while, which
Yes.
she got approval of us from us for that immediately. And why am I introducing you? You introduce yourself.
Yeah,
I don't know what to focus on.
Okay, hello, I'm Nivedita. I am an illustrator. Sometimes I do a little bit of animation and graphic design. I lived in Japan for about 2 years and I did various jobs over there for a while and I'm back here now. I don't watch anime as much as I read manga. I think I'm more of a manga reader.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it. That's all I have going in my life right now. So.
Exactly, anime watchers suck it. Anyway,
Oh.
women who lived in Japan telling you suck it. No, I'm kidding. Please, we
Yes.
only have like 5 people who are.
Yeah, we have like 5 people now.
Don't leave.
That's pretty
Okay.
good. That's
That's,
more than 2. That's great.
Yeah, that it has increased. It used to be 2. Yeah,
Yes.
right. Now it's 5. Bro, did you make 3 more accounts?
No, I did not. Surprisingly, none of my fake accounts or my real accounts follow
Wow.
Weeb101. So this is quite an achievement. Yes, 5
Yes.
5 people who consistently watch our stuff. Okay, I need you guys to talk because I need to check if my camera can see my face. So why don't you guys get started on something? Nivedita,
Okay,
how
let's
did you
get-
get into anime in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
Why I got into anime in the first place?
How did you get into anime? Like your childhood, Yeah. Talk about that.
So, I think my introduction to anime was pretty early because back in school days when we were in kindergarten and first grade and all that, they used to air things like Heidi, the anime version,
wow.
and Cardcaptor Sakura and
Holy shit.
Gundam and stuff like that
Yeah.
on TV. And I spent all my childhood on TV, so I think I started anime as early as the age of 4 or 5. So yeah,
Yeah.
watched
That's
a lot of
amazing.
classic shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
How did you guys start in anime?
Actually, my first show, I think we did an episode where we talked about our childhood and how we grew up with anime. My first show that I saw as a kid was also Heidi. I
Heidi,
remember
right?
it. Yeah.
Right, that was the earliest thing that I can remember.
Yeah. I have faint memories of, her running around on
Hold
the
up, we
hills.
have an episode on all this. You guys should go watch it. All
Yeah.
5 of you go watch the episode we made about childhood.
Yeah, go watch that episode.
Yeah,
Please, thank
Heidi was amazing. It was just such a pretty little thing to watch, and as a kid, I loved it. And of course, Cardcaptor Sakura just
Of course.
solidified everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
that
Pokemon
show was
also is there
amazing.
then. Mhm.
Oh, but yeah, Pokemon. At that point, did you you didn't know that these were like anime from Japan or anything, right? You were just watching it on the TV, right?
That's right. It was dubbed in English,
Mhm.
and I had no
Oh.
idea where it was from, so we just watched it as is. And it was, but I think I could recognize that it was a different style of cartoon, basically, because you also had things like Courage the Cowardly Dog and stuff like that, and those
Yeah.
were absolutely not the same. I like those too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there was a distinctive quality about Heidi and the rest that was pretty apparent to me, I think. Yeah. And after that, after I moved to Mumbai, Animax turned up. And
Oh, yeah, of course.
Animax changed my life. I
As
think I
it
watched
did
everything
with
on
all of
there.
us.
Every single thing that they aired. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Anything that
Okay,
stood out?
Your life
Like,
was changed a lot more than the
Yeah.
rest of us.
yes.
What? Sorry?
I said, you said Animax changed your life, and I was like, yes, it did for all of us. And then you said you watched everything, and I was like, yeah, looks like it changed more for you.
More. Yeah.
Like, I watched, from what I can pick up is Of course, that was my intro to Full Metal Alchemist and all when they started airing,
Yeah.
like the original
Mhm.
season of it, and then also with
We call that the fake version here.
I didn't think it was that bad. Of course, Brotherhood, you can't really, the quality, they stepped it up like crazy, but
Yeah.
the old version was okay for a kid. But
For a kid,
I
exactly,
disagree,
for a
but
kid,
sure, you can have
for
your
a kid, it
opinion
was-
here.
I mean,
For a kid, it was okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
Full Metal. The Brotherhood is, you can't compare it. I get it, but
Yeah.
the entertainment value was still there when you were watching it when you were younger. You know, if
Yeah.
you're not too critical about it. But yeah, then I watched a lot of vague shit like Detective School Q, and you won't even know this, but there was this obscure one called Fancy Lala. Just everything, every
Oh,
fucking thing that they
what?
aired. Samurai Champloo, just
Of course.
Cowboy Bebop, any and everything. I would just sit and watch it. And then there was Prince of Tennis.
Oh yeah, Prince of
I didn't-
Tennis.
How did I miss Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop on Animax?
They had
I don't
both.
remember them.
Yeah,
at
even
all.
I missed it. I didn't know FMA. This is the first time I'm hearing all this was an Animax. I,
knew-
saw it
knew
much
FMA
later.
Was there.
They
FMA
had so
Okay, okay.
Brotherhood was not there. Brotherhood was not there on
Brotherhood
Animax
was
for
not
as
there.
long
The
as I
old
could
one.
remember.
The
Yeah.
old one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay,
remember
okay.
watching the old
No,
one and
no,
being
they
confused.
had Brotherhood as well later on. I'm
Wow.
pretty
How
sure
much
that they
later
had
are we
Brotherhood
talking?
later. Because after a point when we started switching to things like Tata Sky and stuff,
Yeah.
not everybody had Animax anymore. So I can,
Hmm.
but like I think I remember suddenly having it one day and seeing Brotherhood on there. I'm not sure, but you
Wow.
can check
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but then
No.
by that time, I think I had gone to strict to anime official channels, which
Yes,
totally
official channels, Crunchyroll.
and I didn't need Animax. I had these. I had Crunchyroll.
That's right. Paid
Which is not-
subscriptions.
Yeah.
So legal.
Even though it's not in this country, we still had it somehow.
And this is a good time to tell you this video is being sponsored by not VPN. No, it's not. But please not. Please. Anyway.
But yeah, that's cool. The only thing I saw on Animax was Rurouni Kenshin,
Oh,
and that's it. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
they used to
But-
call it Samurai X.
Samurai
I-
X. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
remember
Rurouni
that.
Kenshin. That's the only thing I saw because I used to see the cool ads, with the scar
The
across
X
his
on the
face.
face. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. But it's nice that you saw all this. Like, I think you saw it. What year was this that you saw all this? I think it was before us.
I think
If it's
it
on Animax.
started Animax aired around 2003 or
Oh, wow.
2000
Okay.
no, maybe 2003 or 2004, and that's when
Mhm.
I started watching.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
years
my
before
camera
we
should be
started.
fixed now. Hopefully, this
Okay.
much of my face was cut off in the last shot because I couldn't see what was going on. But this is right in front of my face, so this should be fine. So
Should be good.
sorry. Anyway, yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about Animax.
Mm-hmm. No, I was saying she started watching like in 2003, which is way before us, bro.
Of course.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. But any show that like stood out, like what was your favorite from your childhood, so to say, or from your early years?
Like I'd say the first was Cardcaptor Sakura,
Yeah.
and then I think right after Detective School Q was pretty good. Have any
Oh.
of you watched it?
I've heard of it a lot, but I've never watched it. No.
So it was just like your typical detective anime kind of thing.
Yeah.
A group of kids go to a school that's meant for detectives, but the way they treated it was really nice, and I was pretty hooked on it, and I'd watch it a lot. Like I was.
Would we like it as adults?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. It's like when you go back and watch some anime, you really want to kill yourself. They're just so
Yeah,
bad.
that's
They're
true.
just so bad.
Yes.
What? I've never felt like that.
I have felt that Naruto, Pokemon. Oh, it
Oh,
hurts
God.
to watch that, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a PowerPoint
See,
presentation.
I was thinking more about like King's Game, which we talked about recently.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh, that was painful. Yeah.
I've
That
not
was-
watched that.
Don't.
Oh,
Please
lucky,
don't.
lucky you.
It's something we liked as kids. Me and Bru used to talk about like, oh, King's Game is so cool. It's so edgy. And then we decided to revisit it for an episode of Weeb101, and it was like the worst thing we've ever read in our lives.
God.
So yeah, mistakes were made. But yeah, when did you start? Like, because I heard about, I think you also studied Japanese at the same time with Brew, right? When you all were in
That's
11th grade.
right. Yeah, I started at the same time. Yeah, 11th grade
Mm-hmm.
was when I picked up Japanese, but
Yeah.
then I kind of stopped at the end of 12th grade and forgot most of it. And then when I
Okay,
went
you,
back,
you also went to Japan on that.
Yeah.
yeah, I ended up going to. So, like, our
I forgot what
teacher
it was
popped up
called.
one day and she said that whoever like scores the highest in class, she's gonna give our names for this exchange program with the Japanese government was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I studied really hard, and they ended up sending me for it, and that was pretty significant. That was amazing.
I would like to take a moment out here and just talk about Chitra. Nivedita, I don't know if you remember Chitra.
Can you
But
drop
she-
names like this?
Yeah, you shouldn't you shouldn't be saying names, dude.
Can you not drop
That's not a
names?
real name.
Oh, okay, it's a made
Oh.
up name. I see.
Don't do this.
Yeah, and she used to keep studying all the time, and well, she thought she would top everyone, and then when she didn't top the class for this, she gave everyone a stare of death, as if, you know, like, how dare you not make sure I'm the one at the top. I don't know what she's doing right now, but fuck you, Chitra. Fuck you.
I
Anyway.
think she's
Wow.
happy.
Okay.
I think she's happy. Has a family of her own. I hope you really bleep her name out here.
Yeah, he's going to do that. Don't worry. Already note down the timings.
Okay,
Bro,
yeah.
you should have called. You should have called them Bob like we usually do.
Yes, I should have called
Yes.
her
No,
Bob
we've
this.
been calling her Bob this whole time. It's Bob.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Bob.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, now I just need to go and record Bob and then put it
Yeah.
every single time I
Yeah.
say the name. Oh, I see.
But yeah, he's right. Bob was pretty upset.
Pretty
Okay,
obnoxious.
I see. No, but
yeah.
yeah, like when did your actual like interest in? Did it start when you started learning Japanese? Like you wanted to visit, or was
Like,
it before
no,
that?
it was actually before that. I think because I
Mhm.
watched anime, I also got really into anime music, like all the opening and end themes and stuff. Like that.
Yeah.
So I think by 9th grade, I was by-hearting opening themes and stuff. I had I think the first one I by-hearted was Inuyasha's
Ooh.
opening theme, and I had it written down in notebooks, and it was some real weeb shit. So,
Yeah.
And that's
think-
why you're here on Weeb101.
yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
that-
that's where it started before I started learning Japanese.
Yeah.
Like 11th grade, the
Mhm.
fact that our college had Japanese was pretty much a convenience thing. Like I didn't want to do French.
Okay, in fact, we didn't get the Japanese class. We were told that we wouldn't be able to take Japanese and we had to choose another language. And then something, I have no idea what happened.
Really, they told you that?
They told all of us that. And they said that they might cancel Japanese for the year, and then we had to do something. And then later on, they just came back and said, nope, we found a teacher. She's coming.
Oh, right. I vague memories, but I think you're right.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was like, I wanted to learn. I was like, I went for Japanese class before this. I wanted to do Japanese. And we weren't able to find a teacher for the while, and then
Yeah,
forgot her name.
our teacher was really nice. Deepti Sensei was
Yeah.
great. Like
I don't remember the second teacher. The first teacher.
No,
Taking
no one
names
does.
again. Taking
oh,
names again.
Bob Sensei.
Bob yes.
Bob Sensei from 11th grade was great, but then Bob Sensei
Was
in
good.
12th grade, not so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
I
nobody
see.
remembers Bob Sensei from 12th grade.
Yeah, I don't remember much of her.
Mhm.
But apparently, she was on the same thing that I'd gone for in 12th grade with the government. Apparently, she
Oh.
was in that program with me,
Oh.
and I didn't know. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
How did you find out?
Because
it
I-
sounds like a very awkward.
I
thing to
told
find
her
out.
about it, and then she said, I was there too. And I said, what? And then
It was awkward. It was awkward.
it was pretty awkward. And
Yeah,
then
but,
I was right. I was
yeah,
the one
tell me.
talking to you that time. Like, what?
Yeah.
It was you?
No, I wanted to ask you about like how was your first time in Japan? Because you already were interested in it, right?
Oh,
And when you
it
went there,
was-
yeah.
it was a dream. It was just amazing. So it was my first time traveling without
Mhm.
family in general, right? So I was with this huge group of students that I knew. I knew none of them, and I was grouped with not people, not students, but translators. My whole group were 20 plus um, people who were all translators or studying to be teachers or something like that. I don't know why the hell I was in that group, but I was. And that just made the experience so much better because all of them just really smoothed out the process of us going to Japan. And to give you an example, like the whole trip there, I was barely in contact with my parents because I was having so much fun. And then on the second last day when I called them, I was crying on the phone because I had to leave Japan.
Oh, wow.
Not because I missed them, not because I missed them, but because I had to leave Japan. So
Yes, I understand.
it was an amazing experience. So we started out in Tokyo, and then
Yeah.
we got split into groups to go to different parts of Japan, right? And my group went to Hokkaido.
Oh,
And Hokkaido.
My God,
Just
fuck.
murdered Sid's heart.
you murdered me.
We
That
pulled
hurts.
it out and
Yeah.
stepped on
Really,
it.
you
That
want to go
hurts.
there?
Yeah, it's like my favorite place on earth.
Yeah, we went to Sapporo, and
Oh
it was-
my
Oh my
god.
god, you did it again. You did it again.
Continue. I want to hear about this. Let's listen to her for a while.
So,
For as long as your poor old heart can take it.
Yeah.
So I think they chose a time that was pretty moderate. We didn't go in winter, but we went somewhere just before autumn, I think.
Oh.
So it was nice and breezy. It was really beautiful, and we just spent half our time there in forests, and it was just the most amazing experience. I wish we'd gone there for the winter festival.
Oh
the snow
yeah.
festival.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
but it was just as good. We went and stayed with the families over there locally, so they split us up, and each of us had to go and stay with a random Japanese family for a bit. And it was amazing. They were so nice. And
Oh.
I didn't understand. Like, the thing is, my Japanese was really weak at that point. Even though I topped class, it was just like barely conversational. So they couldn't understand half of what I was saying. I couldn't understand them, but we just had the greatest time together. Yeah, and they were just a lovely family. And I ate so much food. I ate so
What
much
did
food.
you eat?
Did I eat? Yes.
No,
No,
I'm saying,
yes. What?
did you eat?
Yeah.
What did I eat? They made the family made like a whole tempura style dinner for us with
Oof.
nabe and stuff like that. And it was not we went to a kaiten sushi restaurant, and we had sushi, and then there was a matsuri nearby, so we went
Yes.
and had a lot of stall food, and it was yeah, pretty much essential.
Yeah.
food
Everything.
experience.
Yeah.
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 The only thing we didn't have, funnily,
Mhm.
in Sapporo was ramen.
Oh my god. Wow. I
Why?
can't believe that.
Why?
I don't know, because I think the people, the group, the people organizing it decided that decided to play it safe by taking us to Indian restaurants every time we needed to have
Oh
lunch and
no.
dinner.
That hurts. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not good.
So
Yeah.
we just had, curry or naan or something like that the whole time. But yeah, our stay-at-home families gave us a better experience. With
Yeah,
food.
exactly.
Mhm.
That's
Why
no
did your
no wonder you
stay-at-home
didn't want to
family make
leave.
Ramen for you.
I did
Yeah.
not. I did not want to leave. Why did they make ramen for me? What did you say?
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
did they make ramen for you? Stay-at-home family.
I don't know. We didn't exactly ask them to make anything because it was. Oh, I will tell you though. Like, their house was incredible. They had one room with an entire wall that was just a bookshelf filled with manga in chronological order.
Holy shit.
And you didn't steal any from me.
I wish, but they would have noticed. It was so well organized. They would have noticed something missing immediately.
You must have just gone, collected a few, comics and been like, this is my gift, this is bye-bye gift, bye-bye gift, thank you,
Bye-bye
gift. Go.
I wish.
It's
But yeah.
fine.
But yeah, so after Hokkaido, that was it. Like that's where your trip ended.
Yeah, and then we went back to Tokyo, and then most of the time was in Tokyo there. And yeah, so in Tokyo as well, we just did a lot of touristy stuff, which was good because when I came back years later, I didn't have time to do touristy stuff. So
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about that. So like, what made you come back? Later after, like, did you actively make a decision to go and work there, like to go and teach in Japan?
sort of. So after like degree college, I had a few pen pals. So I did this thing. There used to be these websites. I don't know if they're still up, but they like italki and things like that.
Oh yeah, Italki. Yeah, it's still up. I
Right.
think. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So I used to have friends on there because I wanted to improve my Japanese at some point. And they wanted to learn English. So I made a few friends in different parts of Japan. And through that, I also made some friends on Twitter and stuff. And I made good friends who wanted me to come and visit them. And they used to work in tiny, what do you call it? Establishments, local businesses over there. And with years of talking, they sort of introduced me to their bosses at some point as a random Indian girl who can speak Japanese for some reason. And they were really amused and they asked me to come and just visit them too. So initially, I just went to go and pretty much just go on a touristy little month of
Okay.
staying in Japan, but then that turned into 2 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Quite a
Like,
quick
I
jump
went
there.
to visit, but then they offered me a job and then I stayed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And where did you stay? Like, where were you?
I was living in a place called Kamakura.
Oh, amazing place, beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. It is the most picturesque place to live in Kanagawa area.
Yeah, I think.
Did you eat ramen after that?
Yes, I did. The thing is, that friend's boss, he actually owned cafes in Kamakura. So when I went there, they were really nice, and he basically just gave me free food for my entire stay there in the first 2
Holy
months at least.
shit! What?
Like
I'm sorry, I'm taking a quick note. Where is this cafe?
Yeah, no, that shit.
like they were just amazing. So he also used to have this tiny little orchestra that band members that he used to play with, and I sing, right? So he got me on board and we used to go and perform in places. And it was completely weird and amazing experience. Kamakura is full of artists, right?
Wow.
So for example, like that's probably the safest area in Japan in all probability. Kamakura is the one place where you can go without locking your door at all. For 2 years, I did not have a lock on my door.
Wow, that's yeah.
Pretty crazy to imagine when you think of Mumbai. like
Yeah.
like their cash register
I would
used
like
to be
to
out
pop
in the
in
open.
here for a second and explain to people who might not be from Mumbai what happens in Mumbai.
Yeah, please.
I went to the medical store on my cycle. And this was during the rainy season, okay? And don't ask me why, but I carried an umbrella with me in my cycle. I had a bag. Oh, wait, I didn't have a bag. But I went into the medical store. I left my umbrella in the little bottle holder of the cycle. I got my shit from the medical store. I came out and the bloody umbrella was gone. Someone stole it in the 5 minutes that I was
Wow.
in the medical store. And by the time I got out, somebody took it and fled.
Wow.
You can't leave an umbrella out in your own vehicle. in
Here's-
Mumbai.
Yeah.
Here's an example of Kamakura. I went grocery shopping and I had 3 full bags of groceries and I had to stop and go to the ATM. And I decided to leave my shopping cart outside of the, grocery store. And I went across the road, went to the ATM, stood in line, got my money, came back out, no one touched my bags.
That's Japan for you. My God.
If
And
I
see,
did this
bro,
in Mumbai, it would be gone before
Yeah,
I-
definitely. I think, bro, your phone got stolen off of your hands right when you were walking. Yeah, so that's worse. Forget
Thanks
leaving
for bringing
things.
back those
yeah,
memories, Said.
Yeah.
they just take it
I
off your
didn't need to
hand.
sleep tonight.
Having
PTSD.
said that, I don't endorse doing this though. I don't endorse you guys leaving your things around and then walking away for an unidentifiable amount of time. Please take your things with you. You never know.
Yeah,
It-
but it'll be safe, right?
Much safer.
No, even
Yeah,
even Mikey
exactly.
Chen leaves his stuff out and he just goes into 7-Elevens.
Who-
Yep,
He has the scoot. You know Mikey Chen, the YouTuber.
No, I don't.
So he's this guy who goes and eats around the world. He's
Yeah.
basically a
Okay.
food YouTuber.
Okay.
And when he went to Japan and Korea, he used to, especially in Korea, I think he had this little motorized cycle that he used to go around on. And he would just leave his bags on the cycle, park the cycle, go into a 7-Eleven, slowly pick out whatever he wanted and come back. And then he'd be like, hey, it's completely safe. I'm like, I wish, man. I wish that was there here.
Yeah, that's crazy. This thing. So in Kamakura, I heard you were a teacher, right? You used to
That's
teach.
right. So initially, I was just helping out that old boss of my friends, and then I got a teaching job. But
Yeah.
that was in Yokohama, so that's about a half an hour
Oh.
travel from Yokohama is pretty nice too.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. Like you know the Japanese the concept of honne and tatema. I think they call it, right?
Yeah,
Where they
yeah.
do you have any experiences with that? Can you give us some examples? Because I'm interested.
Oh. Let me get back to you on that. Like,
Okay.
Like, just define it once more because I don't remember Tatemai.
Yeah, I think it's like the mask that they show you and the real
Oh, yeah.
the
so
real
like,
selves.
okay,
Yeah.
right. That is applicable everywhere, in everything. You do.
Okay.
Like in work, at
Yeah.
friends, and every single aspect of interacting with Japanese people has a certain level of, the face you show to the outsiders versus
Yeah.
how you are at home, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, friends, unless you are extremely close, at least in the circles that I've been in, you don't talk about your problems very out in the open. Right?
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
amongst friends, you have a certain level of, I don't want to burden you with my problems and stuff like that. And I've been in situations where, someone gets drunk and they start talking about their problems. It's seen as, why are you burdening people with this in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not had too many bad experiences there, but there is always that layer of, how do I put this? This is how you have to behave.
Okay. I see. So do you feel like they're not being like themselves with you? Do you feel that or do you not feel that? Did you not feel that at all?
It depends really on the situation.
Okay.
My boss
Okay.
at the teaching job, she was probably the most open person on the planet. So she didn't give too many shits about, having any sort of a facade in front of people. But
Yeah.
then in general, the others did not divulge much about their personal lives at all.
Okay. Interesting.
It's usually the ones who've traveled a bit, or the ones who have foreigner friends, or the ones who are a little westernized, who feel comfortable enough to do that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I heard a lot of stories about that and I always wondered, how it actually feels to be in those situations. So I wanted to ask you.
I remember having more experiences of this stuff, but I can't remember them right now. So I'll get back to you on this.
Yeah, that's okay.
If
yeah,
it
yeah.
pops into my head at any time later in this. I remember complaining about it before. It's hardly an issue, really.
Yeah, that's true. And so what was your highlight of your time in Japan? Anything that stands out? What did you love the most?
Honestly, the people there were pretty amazing to me. They were probably the most helpful people that you will come across. It also helps that I was Indian. They have a pretty good image of Indian people over there, from what I can tell. At least.
Shocking. Very
Shocking, right?
Very
So,
shocking. Holy shit.
Right? Every person that I met, when I told them that I'm Indian, they were like, "Oh my God, you must be some sort of genius.
I see. Okay.
You must know all the math.
All
You must do yoga every 2 hours."
Oh yeah,
none of that.
even the
Math is my
yoga
worst
stuff.
subject.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
I've heard the yoga stuff a lot outside. Yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
I've also gotten a lot of namastes, and I've never namasteed in my life ever. And I'm like,
You just
okay.
did.
My students used to drop that on me all the time.
Yeah.
That's right. So they have they had a generally good image of Indians, at least the people I met. But it
Mhm.
also helped that I was an Indian girl. Like Gaura,
Yeah.
Gaura came and visited, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end
Gaura
of
is my brother. You guys might remember him from the background in the
From
last
sitting
episode.
behind Brew. Yeah.
yeah. So the thing is, when Gaura came over, he's pretty tall Japanese standards.
Mhm.
He had a beard and a mustache, which is also kind of not as popular in Japan. Like generally, a lot of people like to stay clean shaven. You have people with beards and stuff,
Yeah.
but you see a lot more people that are clean shaven. So first off, he's brown. He was tall. He had a beard. So I think that intimidated a lot of Japanese people. So he'd be walking down the street and they'd see him coming and they'd cross the road. Yeah. So I could see that there is that certain level of caution with Indian men, but
Yeah.
they were fine with me, I guess.
Although I would like to point out that my brother is not the type of person people in Japan would consider normal. He was probably walking down the street loudly singing some song with a complete long lyrics
he
and
was
with
so
no idea of what to do.
No, he was so proper. It was his first time abroad too, right? So he was
Yeah.
extremely cautious and he wasn't sure how to behave in general. So he was being extra cautious. So he did nothing of that sort from what I know.
Very
Yeah.
surprising.
Surprise.
More surprising than Indian people having a good image outside India. But yeah.
Oh, I have some
Like-
horror stories though of meeting
what?
Indian people over there.
Oh yeah. Oh, even I have a lot of them. Those are painful. I try to avoid that. Yeah. My God.
I already know what to expect if you say
Yeah.
you're meeting Indian people in another
Oh
country.
Yeah.
gosh.
Are they Gujaratis
But
with...
I don't know about where they were.
What do they take in... Audi had this experience in Dubai actually. Where,
Oh yeah.
I forgot what they got. Audi, what did they get? You can unmute yourself for a second.
Oh yeah. They got
I love
tape.
They
thepla.
got tepla and they were eating it in Dubai.
I love thepla
Audis.
though.
Would
Don't
you-
hate on thepla.
Would you take it to Japan and eat it there to show that you're Indian?
I mean, why not?
I see.
I mean, I no hate on the food. It's just the actions that hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, they can
Oh,
eat
yeah.
whatever they want.
Yeah, they can eat whatever. If you want, you can tell us. You can tell the 5 people that listen to us. Your interesting anecdotes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first off, I was the only brown girl in Kamakura at that point in time. So the entire
Wow.
the entire area of Kamakura knew me as that brown girl. So, like, so it was really rare for me to come across them. Although it's extremely touristy,
Yeah.
somehow coming across another Indian person was rare for me. I don't know why.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
so yeah. So you can imagine my extreme surprise when I was helping out that friend's boss for a while.
Mhm.
They needed someone to translate some stuff for them. So I was helping out at a cafe. And I see this name. It was like a cafe plus, what do you call it? A guest house sort of a thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right? So I see in the register a name that shares my surname to Indian men coming to this cafe later that day. And I was extremely surprised, mildly excited, but mostly worried.
Yeah. I feel that.
But it had been like several months since I'd seen another Indian here. So I was a little excited. So sure enough, they turn up that evening. And they're just they seem like middle-aged men. They work in another part of Japan. They just come here for touristy stuff, I guess. And they don't realize that I'm Indian, or they don't like dare to check if I am.
Okay.
So they start speaking to me in Japanese,
I see.
and which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I just plucked up the courage and I told them, hey, I share the same surname. And we had a small conversation and they went away, which was fine. So the next morning, I come down to help my friend Henrik, who was working at this cafe at that point in time. Like the morning time, once people check out, is when he has to do the cleaning and stuff. So I just come to give him company sometimes. So Henrik is French. So he's... I come and I see him looking really tired of life. And he's sitting behind the counter and ask him like, what happened? And he said, Nive, I do not want to be I do not want to be offensive. But the two Indian men, they are annoying me.
My God.
And I said, okay, Henrik, what happened? What did they do? And he went on to tell me that they keep complimentary cereal and milk for everyone staying in the guest house, right?
Yeah.
So they'd kept a huge dabba, like a huge box of cereal, like 2 jars, and an entire jug full of milk. And the both of them came in first and finished all of it.
I see.
They finished the entire thing. And Henrik said that all he could do was just sit and watch in horror as it got over. And we laughed about it. And,
Wow.
but it was fine, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, we see them, they come later and they check out and they leave. And then Henrik starts to clean up. And he goes into the washroom. And there was something that I probably should not.
Oh my God. Yes.
They were the only 2 people left there. And basically, they absolutely clogged it up. Threw all the toilet paper that they could find inside and skedaddled. They just ran out of there and checked out.
Yeah, that's classic, Like, I think they say the Japanese leave places cleaner than they are. I think people like these leave them dirtier way dirtier than they were before.
I was so embarrassed.
This
I was so embarrassed.
This reminds me of the incident Sid had with the Chinese friend of his in his dorm.
Oh yeah, my Chinese roommate.
Tell her
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I
Gosh.
think I was living in a dorm in Singapore in like a apartment with 6 people, and it had 1 bathroom, And we kept getting new roommates again and again. So I think I forgot his name, but there was this Chinese guy who came for 1 day. He just moved in. He couldn't speak a single word of English. Like we couldn't even get his name out. So we were like drawing on paper, like country, like what is yours
That's
name?
cute.
Like we were trying to point and figure out.
That's cute.
But the thing is, so I think his friends came from the apartment above and he moved there the next day. And the thing is, we used to leave our back door open, so that if someone forgot the key, they could enter from behind. We used to leave it unlocked. This guy, so I wake up the next day in the morning, I go to the bathroom and there's poop on the toilet, okay? Just not flushed. And you don't do that when you're living with other people, like...
Audio's face is great right now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's great. So you're like, okay, interesting. Who did this? Like, I asked everyone. We talked about it. We're like, who can do this? You did it, Like, people started blaming each other. Then even the next morning, then it happened almost for like 2-3 days. And like, who is this water? Who is pooping in the morning and not flushing the toilet? And then, like, I had a roommate, like, he's like this really buff dude, He used to eat like 2 kgs of chicken a day. And he woke up really early. And he apparently caught the Chinese guy who used to come down through the back door, poop in our toilet, and go back to his apartment. Yeah.
Okay, guys, there's a fun little surprise here.
What?
Since Nivedita was talking about how Gaura and her were in Japan,
Mhm.
I decided to call in Gaura, who was thankfully not sleeping, and he is going to take over from me for the next couple of minutes, and he's going to talk about their experience over there.
Oh, yeah,
and he will
that'd
give
be
it
good.
back to me. And Sid and Audi, you can ask your questions, and let's see how it goes, Gaura.
But yeah,
Yay.
that
The
roommate.
famed
was
one. There he is.
Yeah, that was
No.
very painful. Hello, Gora. Finally, no hating anymore on this episode. No one will hate
What's up,
anymore.
guys? What's up?
Hello, what's up?
Nice to see ya.
Nice
So-
to hear,
Introduce yourself first.
I'm Gauranga. I am Nivedita's boyfriend. And in 2018, I went to Japan to meet her and
Mhm.
check out Japan for 45 days.
Oh, amazing. Okay, start with telling us what I asked her also. Talk about your first time in Japan, landing, everything. What you felt, what you saw, everything. I want to know.
So, like, traveling to Japan has always been a point of conversation with Audi and Brew for a long time. there's a point where I think Audie's dad had a lot of miles, and we were all discussing, oh, where can we go and everything. So Japan obviously came up as well. So like there's something about Japan, right? Like we've heard so much about it, we consume so much of content about it, and then like it just feels like it's a different world altogether. I mean, you have the rest of the world, and then there's Japan. So that whole myth, per se, you can say, was really built up, and added to the fact that now that I have a girlfriend there, so it was just too surreal.
Yeah.
Before I even got there, right? So and like for a long time, like I just joked initially, like, hey, maybe I'll come visit you, like. But the fact that I was earning and I could actually save up and go, I was like, shit, this is actually happening. And then this whole saga of how I didn't get my visa or whatever. So I land in Japan, like I'm going through the immigration, and then again, it's all very surreal because there's a lot that has happened before I even landed there.
Yeah.
So I go there, and then he looks at my my visa, and it says for like 90 days. Asks me, how long are you staying here? So I'm staying here for 45 days. I was like, like suspicious, and like, So I was like, where are you staying? I was like, no, like I have a friend here. I'm staying at their place. It's like, what's a friend's name? I was like, Nivedita Sekhar. And they're like, do you know the birthday? I'm like, oh shit, please. my memory, please don't fail me now.
Oh no.
I gave her birthday, right? And
Yeah.
What does she do? And then like I've seen the other passengers before me go through, right? And it hardly took like about 2-3 minutes. And here I am, like they're asking me these questions, and like, why? Then when I told her like she's teaching English, and for some reason they were pretty surprised on the fact that I told her that she was teaching English. They're like, oh, Indian teaching English. Like they were surprised for some reason.
Yeah.
Usually they don't like the teaching jobs, right? They want to go for native speakers, air quotes.
Yeah.
So they want like people who basically look white.
Of course.
So yeah, that's why. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So again, when I get through, I come out and thought, okay, fine, I'll get my luggage. And then, like, I know nothing about this place, right? Like, nothing at all. I mean, I didn't even know Hindi when I came to Bombay. So now I'm in Japan, like, nothing alien. So, like, I get out, okay, when do I start contacting? Like, how do I contact Nivedita? Like, how do I meet her? And then there she was. So,
well
here's
prepared.
Yeah. And like this sudden feeling of new place, this mythical place, and my girlfriend there, and then like she takes me around. She got me a SIM card, which is another, like everything was just
Convenient.
new. Yeah, convenient. Yeah. I'll come to that later, but everything was just new. Like you just go to a store to get a SIM card, and I was just like blown over by everything. Every small thing was just like whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mind was blown with the Suica card. Like she had one made for me, and like that blew my mind as well. Like, you can use this for multiple things. You can use it for
that's
the
crazy.
train.
Yeah, Suicas are great. Use it on the bus, use it on the train, use it in convenience stores, do whatever the hell you want with it, draw on it.
I think I still have mine somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Like the whole train ride back there, I was just staring out the window like a small kid. Looking like,
Yeah, that sounds amazing,
Beautiful.
man. Yeah, that is crazy. And talk about the food.
ooh. So I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
So initially, that was a bit hard. When I go to McDonald's, you can only have the fries there.
Oh.
But there were a couple of vegetarian and vegan restaurants, a lot more than vegetarians when they initially found in Kamakura at least.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Kamakura turned out to be like the vegan capital
Yeah.
of
What?
Kanagawa.
Wow,
Yeah, which
that's
is
amazing.
very
Yeah.
convenient. Very convenient that way.
Didn't expect that. Like
Yeah.
like the best soy I had was at this vegan place. Like I don't know what they did to that soy. Like it was fried. It was just so delicious. Best soy I've eaten.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah.
Kamakura really has some amazing eateries, just some
Mm.
really good standalone restaurants. If you guys ever go, save a lot of money just to eat
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Oh, like we did go to an Indian place, like a couple of Indian places, and what caught me off guard, like maybe we can edit it out and have a photo of this. So you buy the gravy, and then you have unlimited refills of naan, and each naan is like
The
this
fuck?
this big,
Yeah,
this
the
big.
yeah, that
What?
place we went
That's
to.
better than
Yeah.
we have it here in our home
That's
country.
right. That's right. It's the naan is bigger than your face. And
Yeah.
it's
And
really nice
unlimited
food.
refills.
Yeah, exactly. So you only pay for the gravy.
Yeah.
The bhaji or whatever.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Yeah, they're doing
That
it
was
better.
mad. So initially I thought it was at that one place, but then we went
Yeah.
to like a couple of other Indian restaurants, and they all had the same thing. I think we went one in Yokohama, other one was in Zushi.
Sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't think all of these restaurants have an unlimited okari system. Like,
But the shape, but the size of the naan.
yeah, the size of
that
the
was,
naan
that
is
was
the
common.
same. That is pretty
Yeah.
standard for some reason over there. Who started it? Nobody knows.
But it's work. I also heard from Brew that you had some of the best pizza over there.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But
Um,
like, yeah, talk about that.
I don't know who told me, but I had this impression in my mind that cheese is not that common in Japan.
Yeah.
But then I go.
Yeah, people generally say that. Like, I think it's mostly Europeans that say that you don't get good cheese in Japan.
Yeah, is that true? Because even I've
I
heard
don't-
it like everywhere.
I don't
Like
think
I was
so.
blown. Like
Yeah.
even if it is a lot more than what you get in India. So
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, you can't compare it to here. We only get Amul. And that's it.
Exactly. So we don't have much of a comparison. We're not like a culture that has cheese ingrained in it. So I don't think we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
much of a
yeah.
problem. Yeah.
like I remember like we went grocery shopping, and then there was this whole aisle with just cheese.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But then yeah, the pizza, the first place we went to was Shake Shack. I don't think that's
No, that's
it's American, it's right?
What?
It's not a Japanese establishment.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah.
New York, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But regardless, like that was pretty fun.
Mhm.
But I think the first mind blown moment eating pizza was we went to this. Restaurant in-
Gigi Pizzeria. Are you talking about that one in?
Was that the Gorgonzola one?
No, that was the Michelin star one.
That
Oh,
was
fancy.
Yeah.
Michelin star one was the one in Kamakura, right?
Yeah,
Like
GG
Gorgonzola was in
Pizzeria.
Yokohama.
That was
Yeah.
what is it certified? What?
Yeah. Some like
Oh.
Napoli, yeah.
What's
Or
the
like
word?
the official Naples certification,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
had a
yeah. Okay.
certificate thing,
Wow,
yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
That
so
was
good.
like that was about 10 minutes from my house, 10 or 15 minutes by walk. And I didn't know it existed till he came.
Oh my god.
I mean, like she went to work, so I was just like, what can I do in Kamakura?
Yeah. Oh wait, so she used to go for work and then you would just go and like walk
Yeah.
around
so,
and
So initially, I was this naive guy. I thought, you know what?
yeah.
I'll be this cute boyfriend. I will go drop her off at work.
Yeah.
And then I'll go again and pick her up again, come back. And then I realized, oh, wait, travel is not the cheapest thing.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's so expensive. Mm.
So I did that a couple of days, but
Mhm.
usually my day would be like, okay, she'd go to work, and then I'd probably just get out of home and just walk around the neighborhood. Like I did so much walking around Kamakura, and then a few times around where she worked as well. So that was
Yeah.
crazy. Like I think I can pretty confidently say that I lived in Japan and I didn't just visit like a tourist, because
Yeah.
it really felt like I live here, and then I'm
Mhm.
just walking around this neighborhood. You know, like I felt like I really explored that small
Yeah.
part of town.
That's amazing. Like you explored more than a tourist that comes for like 2-3 days and goes away,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important. Yeah.
Like if you're going to Japan, I'd definitely say if you can, try to get like a long stay and
Exactly.
explore.
It's beautiful. Like
Dude,
Kamakura
yeah.
especially.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, it on one hand, like okay, you keep walking,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take a left, there's the beach,
Yeah.
and then you take a right again, there's a city all of a sudden, and you take another turn, and then like, oh, there are hills here. So it's just a beautiful.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's a beautiful city. It's a
Kamakura is
beautiful
brilliant that way. You have these old temples, right? It's like
Mhm.
it's like a mini Kyoto.
Oh yeah, I heard there are lots of shrines, right?
Yeah,
Like
super
Yeah.
old shrines over there, and then you have these hiking trails that go from the back of a shrine. You enter the back of a shrine where the cemetery is, and then like you see a tiny path, and that connects you to a whole other side
Wow.
of Kamakura. It's beautiful.
Well, even that was surprised. Like initially, like So each shrine has a cemetery behind, right?
Mhm.
Initially, I didn't know it was a cemetery. I was just like, oh, what is this beautiful place?
Oh, I see. My God. Yeah, but Japanese cemeteries are really beautiful. Yeah, I've seen some pictures. That's good. But like every day, even like the same view must be like totally beautiful for you, right? No matter how many times you see it,
Yeah,
even though
for
you're
sure.
You
walking.
don't
Yeah.
get bored of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
really
you,
don't.
that's the thing. Like, see, Gora, like the problems you had, like, with, the thing is, I'm saving up. I plan to go there for at least like 3 months. I want to go for more, but I don't know if I can. But you tried to go for like a month, and you had so many issues, right, with your visa. I don't even
Yep.
know if it's possible for me. So
No, I mean it's possible. I don't know how much I can say online.
yeah.
Just make sure that your bank balance
Oh
is
yeah, of course, it's good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
like if that's there, I don't think you'll have too much of a problem.
Oh, but you had issues in the beginning because of the duration, right?
Exactly. So
Mhm.
when I went there, they were like, are you sure you can manage 45 days with this?
Okay.
That's the main
That was the
issue.
primary, yeah.
Mhm.
Because apart from that, they were supremely friendly, and they were like it
Yeah.
was easy for me to talk with them.
Like if you have your flight tickets ready and enough money in your bank to show that you can survive
Yeah.
those days, they wouldn't have a problem in even letting you have a longer visa duration.
Yeah, it's actually one of the easier
think-
places to get visa, is what I understood from what I looked up as well.
Yeah.
Because even here, like when my visa was rejected for the first time, I didn't have to pay the fees.
Yeah.
It's
Like, you
less
pay the
expensive,
visa-
correct?
yeah.
Love
Like
it.
you pay nothing if the
Mhm.
visa is rejected, and even if it gets like approved, it's like what, $500 I think. The
Yeah,
visa.
400, 500, something like
Yeah.
that.
Supremely, it's very
Oh, that's
very, very
nothing.
convenient.
Yeah, that's very convenient.
You
Yeah, it's
compare it to the US and
And you
good.
get it like 3 working days, so it's not even a long waiting period.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
mine,
To,
yeah, so mine got rejected, and then I like, thankfully they accepted my reapplication, and I got it like in like 2 days before my flight was scheduled to leave. So that was, it was pretty close, but they were very. They
They
do
don't-
what
they
they're
don't
doing, like,
waste
very quick.
time.
Yeah, they don't waste time.
yeah, they don't waste time. Wow. And you plan to go back, right? Both of y'all.
For sure.
yeah, I want to
Yeah.
visit. Definitely.
For sure.
For sure. Nice. That's
But
good to know.
the thing about Japan is though, right? I want
Yeah.
to visit and I want to visit a lot of times, but I don't know if I can settle there.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Like, why did you decide to come back here if you were in Japan? You know.
Like honestly, sometimes I think about that too. I had a 5-year visa thing. Like
Holy
I could have stayed for a very long time.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't working in the field that I wanted to work in. Like
Okay.
teaching is great, but it's not what I want to be doing full time all the time.
Mm.
But also, like when you're in Japan, you're never going to be a Japanese citizen. You know,
Of course.
like
yeah.
you said, there is that
Mhm.
face that you have with the outside world and the face
Yeah.
that you have keep to yourself. Similarly, they have a in and an out when it comes to people. You're either a
Mhm.
part of their society or you're not.
Oh,
You're an
yeah.
outsider.
Of course.
We don't look Japanese, so we're always going to be outsiders.
Hmm.
And that is one
Oh.
unfortunate little aspect of it. You know, no matter how long I stay there, how well I speak
Yeah.
Japanese, I'm always going to be a foreigner.
Yeah, you'll always be a foreigner. Like, no, but like they still treat you very nicely. You feel like
Yeah.
welcome, but you're never part of like the inside community and everything, right?
There is
It-
there is always there is always people like there are people who are mildly racist over there, you know, but it's very
Yeah.
subtle in Japan. People won't come to your face and be loud and racist to you, but then
Of
in the tiny
course.
actions that they do, like you know, when they have some issues in the area where someone is not putting their trash out right, they will probably blame the foreigner first. You know, that is
Oh, 100%, yeah.
stuff like that. Even though
Has that
I'm
happened to you?
like I'm the most particular about these stuff, right? You know, when it comes to especially interacting with other people, I will probably be better than every other person on the street when it comes to putting my trash out. But there are people who aren't, right? One day I was
Yeah.
walking down the street and somebody decided to leave their trash not bagged well. And this old lady was sitting and looking at it. And I come in and she very nicely starts telling me about trash rules.
Oh
that I
my
al-
god.
that I already know. She's super polite. But
Yeah,
I
yeah, of
already know
course.
these. I already know these things, and she's telling me that these things shouldn't be done, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know. Thanks.
Oh,
I am
wow.
aware.
I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't mine, but it's okay if you assume it is. But it wasn't mine, buddy. And that's the thing. They'll almost always assume that it's the foreigner. You know.
Yeah, they'll always assume that. And I think I've heard from a lot of people also, like, your role in the community will always be as an outsider and what purpose you can serve as someone from outside, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. There's always that feeling.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
It
Like,
does.
Like even for me, otherwise, like being in India, you're somewhat carefree. Like you walk down the road like hey, what
Oh,
are you
yeah,
doing?
of course.
Yeah. So here, like, for the first few days, and then like it mellowed down a bit, but it was still constantly there in the back of my mind that I have to always be careful about what I'm doing, how I'm walking, or am I being too loud. So like that's when I realized, oh wait, like I was very consciously trying to
Be at your best.
be at my best. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's I think it's like partly due to what we had heard about Japan and what like Nivedita told me, right? Like, yes, this is how like they are, and also because of how much you've heard from the internet and social media of how Japan is. So like together, like, you're just constantly conscious of yourself, and then like seeing it firsthand of how nice they are. I mean, someone's super nice to you, like, on one hand you're like, hey, that's nice. At the same time, you feel obligated to be nice again, and then there is this cycle of always being nice. So so that frame of mind, I wasn't sure if I'll be able to keep up with if I said it there. So that's probably one reason why.
Yeah, I guess that just, I think a lot of my anxiety about it rubbed off onto you before you came only. So, that's pretty unfortunate for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
But-
see. You were like at your wits' end at that point, right? Because you just wanted to leave. Huh?
Like I was, my
there is this
landlady
other,
was on the same plot and stuff like that. So like we were a little like careful.
I see.
No, but there is also this other thing of where, like, anytime you leave the country and go to another place, you sort of are representing the country.
Yeah.
So there's this other, like, already not a lot of fans for Indians.
Oh, yeah, I
in other
understand
parts
that.
of the
Yeah.
That
so this
hurts.
added responsibility per se, like, hey, I have to be at my best so that I don't.
I mean, not everybody cares about that, of course, but
Yeah.
But it's there at the back
it's
of
there
my
at the back of my mind too.
Yeah, it happens. Like, I've met people who've previously had bad experiences with Indians, so they always look at it
That's
that
right.
way. But then
Yeah.
you have to change their mind, and then
Exactly,
But yeah,
it becomes my mission.
exactly. Yeah, but that's happened a lot. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories, and so have you, of course.
There was this one, like, I don't know what to call it, but that was the first time I experienced something like that, and it was pretty interesting. So I was walking down the road. So like, since I can't, like, I realized soon that I can't go to her workplace to pick her up at drop
Yeah.
off. So I used to go to the station, Kamakura station. So at night, I was walking to the station and I see this Japanese person opposite me on the same side of the road. So they see me, they stop for a second, they get startled, they cross the road and continue walking.
Oh yeah,
First time.
I think she told us
I
that. Yeah,
just
previously.
mentioned that.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious, dude. It must have been
Yeah,
so strange, right?
It was so strange. Like, you read about it on the internet and then like you had
Yeah.
different tales, and then like experience the first time I was like, oh, so that's
Yeah.
how that feels.
I think like they don't do that with me. It's mainly with I guess like foreign men.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tall. I had a beard. I was wearing a jacket.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
the jacket pockets. So
No, but
stereotypically-
yeah, that Nivedita, you also said you were like the only brown girl, right? So did you get a lot of like stares all the time
Oh
and
my
everything?
god.
Yeah.
So they're very
I
polite.
imagine.
So I
Uh-huh.
think I received more stares in Mumbai than I did in Japan.
What?
Yeah. So like the thing is, in Japan, you go there, and if someone is looking at you, if you catch them in the act, they will look away, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
यहाँ पे वो नहीं होता. Like over here, they don't look away when you catch them. They double down. So that's like the main difference. They're very polite about it. Like even if they do stare, but I had a lot of curious people around me. So I almost always, every time I stepped out, almost, I'd have people coming and starting conversations up with me about where I'm from, which is very sweet. I appreciated
Yeah.
that quite a bit. Like,
which is in contrast to what I experienced. Like, not one
Yeah.
person came up to talk to me.
exactly.
That
So
is
I
weird.
think I look pretty easy to approach as a tiny Indian girl compared to a tall Indian bearded man.
Yeah.
Main difference. Like, mostly it was
Mhm.
old men and old ladies
Okay.
because they're a little more carefree with their time, I guess.
Mhm.
So, like, almost all the time. There were a few creeps in there as well. Like,
Mhm.
middle-aged Japanese men. I'm looking
I
at them.
see.
Yes, but they were never. They're not like Indian men. Fortunately for me, they're not as pushy. So it's very easy for me to just like sweetly talk my way out of that and run in the opposite direction. So it was fine. It was
Well,
pretty
yeah.
manageable.
Oh, okay.
Like-
So it's not that you didn't feel like weirded out, did you? Like, or did you
No.
feel weirded out?
I understand the curiosity. you
Yeah,
know,
of course.
especially if they hear me speaking Japanese, right? So.
Mhm.
Like I used to go to this Starbucks that was right outside Kamakura station in the mornings because I was addicted to coffee. So so I had a pretty good relationship there with the baristas because
Yeah.
I could speak Japanese and they were so curious to find out why. So so I had a pretty good relationship with them. So every time I ordered coffee and I sat down, someone would come and talk to me and like try to find out why I speak Japanese and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay.
So-
yeah,
so
that's fun. Yeah.
That's pretty all right. And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
baristas were so nice that when I told them I'm leaving, they took me out for dinner.
Oh wow.
That's just so sweet.
yeah. That's
they were-
amazing.
The people there were really kind and amazing. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
so I
that,
don't, I don't
that's-
mind it.
That actually is pretty cool because, like, if I lived in like a small, like town in Portugal for a year, Bragança. It's a very small community. I think in the local part, even I was like the only Indian guy over there,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and like everyone, after a while, everyone in the town knows you. They know who you are, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I used to get a lot of stares in the beginning too, but I also got creeped out by like I think I was out with my roommate, like we were going shopping in the supermarket or something, and some old lady comes start talking to us and she tells us, oh, you work here, you go to this school, you live here, like
Oh my
they
god.
knew exactly where we lived, where we went,
Oh my
everything. Even though like we've never
Wow.
met them, never had a conversation. Like, is that like tight knit community?
Oh,
But
that's
yeah, that was very creepy.
that's
but,
pretty creepy.
What I liked about Bragança was like they instantly accept you as one of their own. They treat you as if you're from there after a while. So I really enjoyed, like, which is not the
That's-
case here. Yeah.
Like even there was no discrimination outright. They were super nice to me. I had a super smooth stay for the entirety of the 2 years, But
Yeah.
I always had the foreigner pass.
Oh yeah, of
So
course.
I couldn't do wrong, really. So like even if I messed up, they'd kind of give me the foreigner pass. She's a foreigner. It's okay. Like don't have to worry about it. So, in that sense, it was great.
Yeah,
And-
that you can always use the foreigner. Even in India, I think when the police catch white people, they just let them go. And if they catch some of us, they like charge
No.
us a lot of money.
Ulta,
I've
they
seen the-
they catch white people and they charge double.
Dude, I've seen it happen. Like I think one of my college professors, he got caught like 2-3 times, and the officer was always like, "Oh, please go," like never caught him. So that's my side, but. It also makes sense that they're corrupt and they charge. I also
They
believe
charge
that
more.
definitely. Yeah, they always charge. They will exploit you. Yeah,
Sounds more probable.
Yeah.
yeah. It sounds more, but yeah, they always. Maybe it's because of the white guilt, but I have no idea. It can be anything.
Maybe. Could be
Yeah.
that. Could be that. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
But that's fun. It's nice to know that you're going to go back there and experience it, and hopefully
Yeah.
I save up and when I finally get to go to Hokkaido. That's
Yeah.
the plan.
I
Sure.
mean, if you
Mhm.
need any help going there, like let me know. I have a few contacts. They could help you out. Maybe not Hokkaido, but
Yeah.
definitely Tokyo, Yokohama, Kamakura side.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know then.
Yeah. So
that
I
will
had a
be-
friend go in December, and she stayed with them for a while. So
It's been a
and
year.
It's been a year. Oh shit. Yeah. Last December.
Last.
Last December.
Yeah, so they're very chill and open to people coming and visiting. So let me know.
Such
Yeah,
a beautiful country. Such a beautiful country.
Yeah, I see you're still amazed by it.
He's still
It's like
hungover.
he looks like he like came back yesterday, you know, from there.
Like it's such a like there's so many like unique and quirky things.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if it's all been mentioned by like Nivedita or
Mhm.
Blue here. Like it's how you have two different worlds in Japan. On one hand, you have all this high-end modern
Yeah,
technology in the modern world. At the same time, you also have this traditional like old
exactly.
technology and like
Fax
like,
machines.
yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
coexist. You have payphones that are still in use.
Yeah.
Like, it is just
They still write letters, right? They still send
Yeah, yeah,
letters.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
That-
crazy.
Working in Japan is also kind of interesting. You get to see
Mhm.
a lot of differences in culture. Like I'd say, working in Japan can be a little tricky. You know.
Okay.
It's like the hierarchy is extremely strong, and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
Gora said, like you have certain parts of it that feel modern, but then certain parts of Japan seem really stuck in time, and the work culture I feel is one of those things. Like
Hmm.
like they
Definitely.
they're kind of rigid. Even a company that I work for that mainly dealt with foreigners was
Mhm.
still pretty rigid in the way they functioned, and their use of fax was obnoxious.
Yeah, very. But how would you compare it to like the Indian working hierarchy system? Because it's kind of similar, right? Or you think it's
Mm,
different?
I think like the first main difference is they care for longevity. Like
Okay.
you expect people to stay in one company for a long time over
Oh
there.
yeah, they have the lifetime employment thing, right?
Yeah.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not they're not as strict about it when it comes to companies like I used to
Mhm.
work for, because they
Mhm.
dealt with foreigners. Foreigners they don't apply the same rules to. You
Yeah.
don't have the foreigner pass. But if you're
Of course.
if you're Japanese, and like my boss and I used to have a lot of talk about this a lot. Like if they see on your CV that you've jumped companies frequently, that's a big
Mhm.
no.
Oh, I see.
They don't even they think that if you worked in a place for less than 2 years, that doesn't even count as proper working over there. It feels more like an internship. Like that's what they feel like. If you compare it to Mumbai, people are jumping jobs every year,
Oh yeah, every
few
time.
months. Yeah, so that culture is not there in Japan, at least with full-time jobs. Can't jump about as much. You
Okay.
are you can't like go to your boss and complain about shit. like like
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
feedback is odd and convoluted in a lot of companies. Like you
Mhm.
have to be super considerate of the people you're working with. Like if I have to take a day off tomorrow, I have to consider what everyone else is going through and what their schedules are
God.
before I can do it. And if I do take a few days off, I feel that pressure of, oh shit, I took a few days off. And sometimes my coworkers can also be very open about, hey, you took a few days off, that put pressure on us. Because they're pretty stressed too, so I don't blame them. But
Yeah.
that you have the whole culture of you have to be considerate of the people you're working with is supremely strong.
Yeah, and also you can't disagree with them like aggressively. I heard you can't disagree with their ideas or something,
Oh,
or what they
I don't
say.
know about that,
Okay.
because like I think it depends on the workplace you're in, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it depends. Like the Japanese people that I worked with were all very westernized.
Mm-hmm.
They all had traveled abroad at some point. They all speak English pretty fluently, so I had no issues discussing anything with them. But yeah.
That was interesting. So like we had gone for lunch with Nivedita and her colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
and then like we were just talking, and I was telling how the same thing, like Japan has been this very like different world, and they were like, like that's how we feel about India, and like so like my perspective
right.
of India changed as well. Of that, like,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, yeah, we have camels and like cows and
On the
goats
street.
just walking down the road, and like that's not normal.
Yeah, my boss is hilarious. Like the first thing she asked me, my first week of the job, she's like, "Have you heard of that sadhu that rolled across India from the east to the west?"
My God.
I said, "No, but why have you heard of this sadhu?"
Holy shit. That is. Hey, but do they think India is like this magical, mystical place, or do they
Yeah.
have?
Yeah.
Of course,
Very
of
much
course
so.
they do.
Like you take for granted your own country, right? So this was that
Yeah.
experience for me. Like and then you realize, oh wait, like India is a crazy country. Like we have
What is
crazy
it?
gods.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like,
His
like we have crazy,
reactions. Mm.
we have crazy gods. We have crazy culture. We have
Crazy, yeah.
colors.
Mhm.
Like
That's
like
true.
every, like it's just So I can see how other countries think that India is otherworldly.
Amazing,
Similar
yeah.
to how for us, like
Mhm.
at least for me, Japan was completely different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you feel that a lot, and they love stuff like Holi. They're like, wow, that's such a
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
festival all the time. Yeah.
Oh, my biggest surprise was the number of fans there were of Bahubali.
What?
Do you know that Bahubali?
What?
Bahubali
Oh my
used to like way after its release used to fill theaters. People used to come and cosplay to
Cosplay.
watch it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Are you
I'm
shitting
so serious.
me?
Google this.
I don't
Google
believe that.
Bahubali Japan right now.
Oh my
There's even
God.
a video of people at cosplay just talking about the movie.
That is
They have
painful.
teams.
We went to watch a movie. I think Bohemian Rhapsody, and then in the theater there was a
Uh-huh.
poster. It was Bajrangi Baijan, but like
Yeah, Salman Khan. ka
What?
poster.
What's going on?
So I was just walking down, and then I had to do a double take. Wait, did I see that poster? Right? was that Salman Khan?
Like, and almost every other Japanese person has watched Three Idiots.
Oh, of course. Okay, that's believable. But Bahubali like that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Bahubali
God.
is
That
a
is
hit.
sad. That is sad. But
I mean, Bahubali did get cult.
It is cult. It is a cult.
Yeah,
Reddit made the
definitely.
memes and everything, right? The whole action scene of them properly.
yeah, because it looks like shit.
No, so like, I mean, at least for this scene, Bahubali 2, at least people were like, whoa, like it may look wacky, but they were
Yeah.
just in awe of like, how did these guys come up with this?
Oh, it's like crazy Indian stunts, so they were
Yeah.
like amazed, I guess. Of course.
I think even Corridor Digital did like.
Oh yeah, they
react-
did that. I've seen
VFX
that
react,
one. Yeah. Yes.
Ooh.
Is he famous
Uh,
in Japan or is he famous
Once
in
again,
China?
so Audi is saying that Rajnikant is famous in Japan. Yeah, Gora, you can. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I don't
yeah,
know.
is he famous in Japan or is he famous in China? I'm not
So-
sure. I know
Like
Is he?
I hadn't come across anyone who knew of Rajnikant, so I don't know about that actually. Maybe there's a cult, sort of a subculture thing where somebody's got a basement
I've
full
heard
of
about
Rajnikant
this.
movies.
like I've heard about it, but I'm not sure if it's Japan or China because I think the movie Money or Padayappa or something like that, like got really famous there. Like
He has a nickname in
Yeah.
Japan.
I'll
Well,
ask
no
my
idea.
friends.
Yeah,
I'll
you
ask
can
them.
let us know.
I guess we're a different generation.
Yeah, totally different. No, but yeah, it's very interesting to see these different perspectives that we have of each other's countries. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But
Like,
that's
What I'm really excited right now
Yeah.
is Japan is taking up on cricket. So they played
Yeah?
they played the World Cup as well, the under 19 World
what
Cup.
they did.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
I know they have a team. I forgot which city it is, but I didn't know that.
Yokohama has a cricket
Okay.
center, yeah. So they participated in the under 19 World Cup and it's just so wholesome. Like I was just like, everyone loved them. Like they obviously didn't win, but it was
Yeah.
so cool to watch. And then even recently on Reddit, the r/cricket there's a video where it's just different people in Japan talking about why they like cricket and a couple of coaches trying to teach new people. It's very fun to watch. I'm really excited to see what Japan does. And moreover,
Yeah.
I think I'm just excited to see the first manga on cricket that might come up.
A cricket manga. Okay, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
I think that's the main reason I want Japan to get into cricket.
Oh, just to read a cricket manga. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun for sport. Like the way Japan does sports mangas like Haikyuu
Yeah.
and stuff.
Haikyuu,
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see a crazy cricket manga. Yeah, I'd read that.
It would.
But yeah,
Okay.
that'll be cool. Let's talk about manga. Back to if we can. Back to
Ooh,
manga.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you
I'll
talk?
get Brew back on here then.
Oh yeah, sure. It was great listening to your story,
Thanks for
Gaurav.
having me, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was fun.
Amazing.
recounting.
Yeah. See ya. Okay. While Brew comes back, is he back? Okay, Brew is back.
My God, asked
Hello.
me to sit for 2 minutes and
I
you just
know.
took over.
Yeah.
Welcome
So
back.
we're finally back to manga, Brew. You missed all the Japan stuff. But
You caught me sitting in the back.
yeah, we did. Your reactions were actually very appropriate to the stuff we were talking
right.
about.
Oh,
Yes.
well, it is very smart. Very
Yes, very smart
intuitive,
indeed.
very-
Yes.
Yes. Now
But
we
yeah.
can get back to business.
Tell us, manga. What are you reading now? What are your favorites? We want to know. We want to judge you. We want to judge your
Ooh,
taste.
Oh no. Okay. So the thing with me is I binge read. So like I'll usually have a few days in every alternate week where I'll
Mhm.
just sit and pick one source and I'll finish every manga that I see on the
What?
so like
How many
I
chapters do you read a day in these
Oh,
binge reading sessions?
I very easily like I think in one night
Mhm.
I can finish. Oh my god, it really depends on the type of manga as well. Like if it's a Korean style webtoon, I can
Mhm.
probably do like over 100 chapters of maybe 2 like
Okay.
in a night because I don't sleep much. So
So that's 200 chapters?
yeah, easily because webtoons are very quick to
Yeah,
you
they're
can
like
just,
one page,
breeze-
right? You just scroll and then it's
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
It's just so easy to breathe through them. But then like manga, generally the format is a little more intricate and detailed, so I guess I could just do 100.
100
Yeah,
is pretty
again,
good.
Again, it
Yeah.
depends. It depends on the it
Mhm.
depends on the series and it depends on the amount of detail they put per panel,
Yes.
right? So generally I can binge read like quite a bit. I'm being very modest with the numbers right now because I don't want to seem like the complete degenerate that I am.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We are just as bad as you. We are all weebs here in the end.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Audi,
I
Audi
used to-
started reading Space Brothers and he Usain bolted his way through.
Yeah,
the
what do you
entire
read
thing.
Space Brothers like crazy? We are lagging behind. He
Yeah.
loves that shit. Yeah. But
mean,
Put this in perspective, when we asked Audi to read Naruto, he read like 50 chapters in like, I don't know, 5 years.
yeah.
He said, I don't remember anything, so I'm going to start from the start again. And then he just never. He still
I
hasn't
don't
finished
I don't
Naruto.
blame him. Like I never got into Naruto either. Like I think a lot
Yeah.
of people asked me to read it, and I think you did as well, Brew.
Of course.
11th grade, I read about 100 chapters, and then I couldn't.
No.
I gave it a shot. But shonen is just
Shonen is not
really-
your genre.
Like I like borderline shonen stuff like
Okay.
Full Metal Alchemist, stuff like
Oh.
things that are classified as shonen but don't follow the main tropes of one being extremely sexist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like where I like shows that one are, if they're shonen, they should have a little bit of the story should be good enough for me to follow and not find repetitive. Like each episode shouldn't be like the same thing over and over again till I reach the like stagger through the end.
Maybe
Like
you should give One Piece a shot.
One Piece I remember watching a little when I was younger, but then again I think it was just the shonen genre.
Watch One Piece. Never watch One Piece.
Never
Yeah.
watched
No one watches One Piece. It's trash. You only read One Piece.
Is that so? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't
Oda
know.
is well, his nickname given to him by the community is Goda instead of Oda because of how much of a god he is. In fact, I was just reading a post while my brother was here. I was just reading a post about One Piece and it's talking about how he takes from different mythology to
Mhm.
create each of his characters.
That's
Like one of the
interesting.
characters,
Oh yeah.
Nivedita. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there, the boa Hancock.
Yes.
Yeah, I bought that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you
Yeah.
remembered buying it.
Mhm.
But yeah, she is taken from a Japanese legend of a woman who became a snake through rage because of love or something like that.
Oh.
Medusa.
No, not Medusa. But yeah, like she does follow Medusa's
Yeah.
lore
Right.
in Greek mythology, if you think about it. But yeah, I actually remember you. I think you call the figurine sexist as well. because
I mean,
that's
she's
really
90% boob.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like the Jessica Rabbit of the anime world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I told Gaura, I don't know if I told you, but basically the place she's from is supposed to be, so it's like Wonder Woman's Amazon.
It's like the
tribe.
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, but their strength is what is considered beauty. It's not about being physically attractive. And just
Right.
has a really sad backstory if you.
Right. Like my main thing with shonen is, right, one, does it have female characters that actually play any sort of a role in the actual plot?
Mhm.
Right? A lot of the times you have accessory characters who are just there to either be saved or to
Yeah.
be sexy,
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
or to just further the romance plot.
Mhm.
They have no actual weight in the main storyline. That's what bugs me with a lot of shonen, because I'm a woman and I kind of notice when there aren't women in
Of
shows.
course.
It's hard to glaze over it.
Mhm.
I can understand, to a certain extent not noticing it, because if you've been exposed to shonen manga the way they are for like the entirety of your life, you might not notice that the women aren't doing shit. But then you read shoujo, you read other genres, and you see the kind of roles that women have in those, and then you
Oh,
come back to this,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel like, there's something missing.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. We do feel that also, like if I say Sakura, we do feel that the women aren't doing shit and they're pretty bad characters. But I understand what you mean.
But
yeah.
I think Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, the big three at least, have while all their women characters are not like extremely individualistic and strong.
Yeah,
on their
exactly.
own, they have a lot of women who are needed for the plot to go forward. They're
Okay.
play a very important role in the plot.
Like I can't really judge for those three because I haven't sat and watched the whole
Yeah.
thing.
No, but I think I understand what Nivedita is trying to say
Yeah,
also.
even I understand.
Sorry.
I'm just
Because
saying
like
that
if you see Ghibli films, right, where Miyazaki like if you see something like Nausicaa or Mononoke, and you see the protagonist role, like he has women protagonists all the time, and how he talks about them and how they are a very important part of the plot. You don't see things like that in shonen, if I'm right. I don't know, correct.
Yeah,
But
so
I think
like
that's what I
you
observe.
have
Yeah.
you have you just look at Brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist. The female characters there are they're not just there for show. They have very strong characters, and they have characters that really are meaningful to the plot, and they're not sexualized. I think like
That is true.
Save for Lust, whose entire role is to be sexual, but even she is
Yeah,
shown to
she's
be
not. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have good examples of shonen manga using these characters really well as well. So it's hard to sit and watch shows that don't.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So like I might not Naruto. For my friends who have watched it, a lot of them are generally are very annoyed with Sakura.
Yeah.
Oh, Sakura sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
She's
is annoyed with Sakura.
Yeah. So and I felt that when I read the first 100 chapters as well. Like what is the point of her role?
Yeah, exactly.
Garbage, absolute garbage. He exists
Yeah.
to be a garbage can.
I don't know why he made a big mistake, like the way he made that character. Like,
Is that so?
yeah,
Like,
I think that's one of his biggest. this
He
thing.
made the character. That was his
Yeah,
biggest
that was his
mistake.
biggest mistake. Exactly. He could have
Yeah.
done
But-
a much better job.
But there
yeah.
are a lot of cool characters in, like, even if you take Naruto itself, for example, Tsunade is, I don't know if you know Tsunade, but
I
Tsunade
don't.
is a really powerful woman.
Yeah,
who
she is.
who becomes the leader of the village, which is what
Okay.
Naruto wants to do in the end. And the final boss of Naruto is a woman who is all powerful, and she
Okay.
basically rules over the world temporarily before Naruto and Sasuke can team up together and fight her.
Ooh, okay.
The story goes to utter crap at that point, so I was
Yeah,
really
it's-
going to count it as okay. They got a woman character and they made her actually powerful. But
Yeah.
One Piece also has a lot of such characters. Like right off the top of my head, One Piece has a system where you have the 4 emperors of the sea, and one of them is called Big Mom.
Yeah.
Big Mom. Okay.
She's not sexualized at all.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
Right.
So
But then
she's
the thing with One Piece is, like, and this I can just tell you from the images I see on the internet,
yeah.
that it's not like they're, I think she's more of an exception when it comes to the
Yeah,
women
of
in
course.
the show.
Well, yeah,
No,
definitely.
So
No,
the thing
that's
is, Oda
true.
doesn't know how to draw women.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
he doesn't.
problem with him. He doesn't he can't draw women with a lot of the variety in the way he draws men. It's like an actual
Okay.
problem with his art style.
Yeah,
He just
most
can't.
of them look the same. Yeah.
In fact, we know sometimes we see characters in later arcs and we're like, is this that woman or is it this woman?
Yeah,
They all
exactly.
look the same for some reason. But
Yeah.
there are characters who, even though some of them do follow the same hourglass figure with 90% boobs, that's not the only thing that defines them. I'm not defending that
Of
fact
course,
that
of
he
course.
draws them
I
like
get
that,
it, I
but
get it.
the characters have a lot more to them that
Yeah.
makes them those characters than
I'll
just
check
their
it out
looks.
then. Like,
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
interesting story.
I'll check it out. Like, the thing is, my motivation drops the second I don't see strong female characters. Like characters, they don't even have to be strong. Just relevant female character.
Yeah, like I can give you one example. Nami, the navigator for One Piece. Sid hates her because he thinks she's like the Sakura of One
Yeah,
Piece.
she is.
Is it?
But the thing is, and she's shown to be a weak woman who doesn't really have a lot of nothing to do in actual fighting. But she's shown as a woman who manages to shoulder a lot of responsibility on her shoulders, and she steals from pirates because she hates pirates. And eventually she only joins Luffy's crew because he takes care of a pirate crew that's been terrorizing her town. So then you realize the huge difference between the crew before Nami and after, because before Nami they are just clueless. They're sitting in the middle of the ocean with no idea of where to go or how to go, and she's the best navigator in the world. So she literally teaches them, takes them through their journey, and they would be completely lost without her. So it's not like defending the way she looks, but she has a lot more to a character where without her the story wouldn't have happened, because they wouldn't be able to go to where they want to go to.
That's nice. And I think to a certain extent it's also about nuance, There is it turns out that a lot of the most popular anime series and manga is mostly shonen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the
course.
largest reader base is for shonen almost all the
Yeah.
time. Right? So the most that people, and like having proper female characters that are not sexualized is an exception in it. Like, there is no denying that. You go to most
Yeah,
manga
definitely.
and you read through it. Like, I've read through a lot and it's painful. And finding proper female characters who are not pitted against each other,
yeah,
and who are not
definitely.
like constantly fighting for attention or things like that, even that, not just being romantic interests, but even being the bitchy sort who can't see other women do well.
Yeah.
You see
there is
so
no
much of
romance in One Piece, which
Right.
there's no romantic tension at all of any kind.
Yeah, I don't know anything about One Piece to actually say anything much about it, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about most others.
Yeah.
Others.
That's
Right?
also why I liked Cowboy Bebop so much, because Faye
Cowboy
Valentine is
Bebop.
just-
Yeah. It's very
beautiful
strong
character.
character. Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
I can't remember much of Cowboy Bebop now because I watched it as a kid. So,
No.
but if it's not got any sexist women, then that's great. That sounds
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is actually amazing. I think you'll enjoy that a lot.
From what I
You've
remember,
seen it
it
before.
was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah,
so much
it's-
fun. Yeah.
It's a
You
lot
sh-
of fun. Very, very fun.
But yeah, tell us about the stuff you enjoy. I'm interested in hearing that.
I read pretty much almost anything that is not typical shonen.
Shonen.
Yeah. So like it's not like I hate shonen. It's just that it's a little difficult for me to swallow. But then like I really enjoy seinen. I enjoy josei. I enjoy shoujo. Like I will pretty much almost read anything. But
Yeah.
my favorite genre is probably horror.
Horror. Oh, give us some examples.
So like I'm really shit with names, but
Yeah.
but I think like this is pretty much staple. I think I started my horror binging with Junji Ito.
Oh my god, yeah, he's a
Junji Ito
god.
is just-
I love
he's-
Junji Ito, yeah. Audi
he's
also loves Junji, yeah.
Incredible. Just his art
Amazing.
style, the way he writes his stories is just really some
It's just
beautiful
crazy.
stuff.
yeah.
Like even if you don't like horror, you'll probably just love the art style
Yeah.
in there.
Dude,
And then-
I don't like horror like at all. I don't watch horror stuff, but I love
Mhm.
Junji Ito. Like he stands out, you know. He's very unique. Yeah, I love his mangas.
It is.
Mhm.
It's absolutely amazing. And then just a lot of, even if it's not horror, just psychological manga stuff like Oyasumi Pompon. Have you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
read that?
Yeah,
Oh
love
my God,
Oyasumi
that's
Pompon.
depressing. Holy shit, I couldn't.
Bro gets really depressed, but yeah, it's you can see why. But yeah,
Oh.
Punpun is amazing.
Pretty amazing. And then like Yurei Ito and stuff. That's a
Yeah,
little-
yeah, yeah.
That I've read that a long time ago, so I don't exactly remember.
Have you
but
read or watched Nichijou?
I have only heard about Nichijou. I haven't
Oh,
watched.
Oh my god,
it's
you should
amazing.
watch it.
I think you like Nichijou. Yeah.
Is it? What is it about?
It's about these three
Schoolgirls.
kids in
Yeah.
school, and it's about these two other little girls, and one of them is a robot. And so the other two girls, one is a professor, and she makes a robot.
Okay.
And it's about their life and about these schoolgirls.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
eventually it combines, and it is just the most random, surreal humor.
It's the funniest stuff out there. Yeah. It's just a series of comedy sketches involving these characters, and that's the
That's
whole
cool.
anime.
And it's called My Ordinary Life because
Yeah.
Oh,
the-
is it
one of the
like what's that other Asobase? What is that?
Oh yeah, so it is similar kind of humor, yeah,
Right,
to
right,
that.
right. Okay,
But I
got
think Nichijou is like the ideal. But yeah, those two are usually compared. Yeah.
Acha, 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 acha.
Hmm.
I'll give it a give it a watch. Then I like surreal.
yeah, in the starting of the series, there is a deer that comes into the school, and the principal literally suplexes the deer
Yeah.
and knocks it out so he can keep it as a pet.
Okay.
When we did an episode on this, and that's when I heard of it. Sid told me, and
Yeah.
I read it. I was like, "What do you mean he suplexed a deer?" And I watched it. I didn't understand anything at the start. I was so confused, and then it became like extremely funny, just insane.
Yeah,
funny.
extreme.
Cool.
I
gotta watch
recommend
it.
watching it instead of reading it though, because
Okay.
like the
The
Kyoto
animation and the
Animation has
sound,
done an
oh my
amazing
God.
job. Yeah.
They're
Beautiful.
amazing. Yes, I would give it a watch then if it's by them especially. Yeah.
There's a all-time favorite scene of mine. Sid knows exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. They play Daruma Otoshi.
Daruma
So-
Otoshi.
Do you know Daruma Otoshi?
I don't know the character now.
No, it's a game. So
No.
it's like a Daruma doll, but it has like rings.
Oh,
on
I
it.
know the Daruma doll, but I don't know the game now.
No. So this Daruma doll is a little different. It has rings, okay?
Okay.
And you have the head, and you have the bottom, and you have rings in the middle.
Okay.
And what you do is you take a hammer, and you hit the rings out. So your goal is to hit the rings until the top and bottom touch.
Okay. Fine. I've heard like references of this at least. Like, yeah. that's
Okay.
Yeah, and in Nichijou, this girl hits the hits the ring. It goes flying off, hits a table, and then hits her friend's head right in front of her. And that friend gets up, grabs it, and smashes it right on her forehead. And
Instantly,
the next
yeah.
second, her soul flies out of her body, and just like.
That
my
sounds
God.
cute.
It's hilarious. It's
I think
Sounds weird. I think I'll watch
Nichijou,
it.
you to understand you need to watch it. You can't like
Yeah.
narrate it well because
No.
the timing.
I can
yeah.
feel. I can feel.
Okay,
what he's talking
okay.
about. Yes.
it's just that I'm just trying to explain the type of humor. It has just really weird.
It's amazing.
Humor, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Random humor. I like it.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that. I'll give it a watch. Yeah,
Make
for
Gara
sure.
watch it too.
I'll make Gaura watch it too. Fine.
Make him watch Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo too.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? We were actually thinking of like we sat and watched Brotherhood together recently.
Yeah, and I've been suggesting anime to him for a long time. Since then, he hasn't listened to even one
Yeah, not
thing.
but
Like we should make a list.
and after that, listen to the Weeb101 episodes we did on those series. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Subtle plugins. Very subtle.
Very subtle.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, what else? Like Junji Ito horror is very cool. Yes, Punpun is
Horror.
amazing.
And then
Yeah.
there are a lot of nice
Mhm.
like webtoons recently have been really good, like Korean manhwa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've been really good for stories. So
Mhm.
I found some really nice ones. I don't know exactly what genre they fall under, but it's usually very random.
Yeah,
Like,
it's random.
yeah, there are some that are. There's one that I was reading recently called "Leveling Up by Only Eating Food," or something like
Wow.
that. Okay, the title is really long,
Okay. Yeah.
and they have a lot of these stories that are very isekai
Mhm.
type. Like you get
Oh.
isekai into a different world, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you have like 2,000 different types of stories that basically branch from the same sort of a concept. This one is just about this one guy who in real life is extremely unfit and he is having a lot of health issues. And
Okay.
his doctors decide to put him in a virtual reality video game where he just to get him curb him his eating habits and stuff, right? So
Mhm.
in he decides to just start binging in the game because that is something that you can do, and the entire manga is just about the food he eats.
Wow.
My God,
And
it's just
how
about him eating food.
it's just about him eating food, and it's just so random, but I
Yeah,
really enjoy it.
that is
It's
cool.
there's a lot of art, like food drawn really well,
Mhm.
and him like just being really passionate about food, but not in a
I'm
what's that weird, very sexual
so
Yeah,
food
yeah.
anime. Yeah, but not that way.
Yeah, yeah. I see.
Not that way.
Is it all Korean food?
I mostly up until now, yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's good. Yeah.
Korean, so it's like a lot of regional information, I would say, as well.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, but I think that food related manga is a whole subgenre in itself. Like I
Yeah,
think I'm
yeah,
at
yeah.
least reading 3 or 4 that are food related. I
Food.
did not think that I would be into it, but I am. I guess I am. It's
Wow.
really informative. But yeah, apart from that, a lot of jose, you could say. Have you guys
Mhm.
ever read any jose manga?
I have read a lot of them, but I can't remember shit when I'm put on the spot. So you'll
Yeah,
have to
same.
say
I
names. Yeah.
understand. I understand. So like even me, I have a lot of difficulty
Wait,
remembering names.
yeah. Because I've read
But
so much stuff, I just forget what I've read.
right, like
Hmm.
especially because you read so many of them, and so many of them are similar to each other.
Exactly, yeah. I
Everything
don't
just
know.
starts blurring.
But can you name some? If I have read them, I'll let you know.
Okay, so Jose in general, their plot lines are a lot more serious, right? And that's something I like as well.
Yeah.
One, they're more serious. They have very realistic characters and life consequences, and a lot of them are slice of life style stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really fun to read. Names, oh gosh, names. I can't remember names.
I
I probably
think
should have made a list.
yeah. But even I can't think of like anything right now. But
Maybe
that's
we can
just
Google
me.
this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google
Jose manga.
popular Jose manga. Let's see. Oh, I've seen the film. Have you seen Koe no Katachi, A Silent Voice?
Yeah, it's Koi no Katachi is beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
The
pretty nice.
the manga was really nice.
I haven't read the manga. I've seen the film, but I
Mm.
haven't read the manga. Yeah.
I watched the film as well recently, and I think the film was also pretty well done. But
The
I
film was
enjoyed.
well done, yeah. But I had a slight issue with the length of the film because it seemed to be going on forever. But
I
I
guess
understand, yeah, but I
that is.
understand they take that much time to like show everything that happens. The story was nice.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue
I
has
think
what
you'll
the
enjoy the
yeah.
manga more than because
Okay.
it's just easier to pace yourself through that. You can just run through it. A lot easier to
Oh,
read. Yeah.
wow, that's cool. Yeah,
Koi no
yeah.
Katachi is beautiful.
What else? Uh,
Mm,
I can't think of anything right now.
me.
Does is Keon Jose or
Is what?
what is Keon? Keon.
Keon I watched in
I saw
like
that as a kid.
school
Yeah, I just
time.
remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Keon. Keon was so I don't think it's Jose though. It's just
yeah. I don't remember.
it feels
Uh,
like a mix of shoujo and something else.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Keon is cute. Keon was very cute.
Yeah, Keon
But
is. I haven't seen the remake, but I
There's
heard
a
there was a
remake?
remake. Yeah, there's a remake, and they've done it in much higher quality. But I haven't seen it. They did
Oh,
a
wow.
remake of K-On! And Fruits Basket, I think, those two.
Oh,
But I
yeah, I
haven't.
heard about Fruits Basket.
Yeah, but I haven't seen either. Yeah.
I think the more recent Jose genre ones are Wotakoi, that went pretty
Oh,
popular.
the Wakato. Yeah, yeah, I've heard about
Wotakoi,
that. Yeah,
Wotakoi.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
I don't know
the.
what the English.
It's about the otaku, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
There's like a bunch of
I've read a
otakus
few
in daily
chapters,
life.
but I haven't finished that one. Yeah.
It's pretty simple and it's cute,
Mhm.
and there's nothing too complicated about it. And it's really feel good kind of a
Mhm.
manga style thing. Yeah. But yeah, I think like when I think of Jose, I'm thinking more about the whole dark, depressing, serious ones rather than the light-hearted,
Yeah.
fluffy
Tell
ones
us,
that you
tell
find
us.
on lists. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, like I can't remember the names. I like breeze past several of them in a night, so I can't remember half of what I'm
Okay, but
reading.
what stands out? What's your favorite?
My favorite
Yeah.
manga of all time. Oh, I
Yes.
don't think I have a favorite. That's
Choose one. Choose one. Choose
Okay,
one.
genre-wise, if you can break like horror, you said it's Junji Ito, right? Probably
okay.
Tome
Yeah.
or Uzumaki or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's right. So,
Yeah.
from Junji Ito, I think my favorite one was Grease. I forgot the
Okay.
English, the Japanese title for it. That was pretty disgusting but amazing to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Junji Ito. That's for horror. For shonen, I'd still say the easiest and like probably GOAT of all like manga and anime would probably be FMAB
Yeah, of
because
course.
it's very close to my heart. I really
Yeah.
like it a lot. So I guess FMAB. Shoujo is just filled with some really nice gems. I couldn't pick if you forced me to. I really can't. Like, especially because so many of them are similar to each other.
Well,
Okay.
at least name one or two.
Name one or two. Like, buddy, don't put me on the spot here like this. How am I supposed to do that?
You can do it.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you one. I don't remember the name, but I really liked it because of the way they treated their characters.
Okay.
When I remember the name, I'll let you know. Maybe you can like put it in or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's just about this one lady who decides to join the army in or it's a
Okay.
time period sort of a manga, and the way they've treated it is there's absolutely no importance given to the fact that she's a woman, like, and there's no, what do you call it, they put her in situations where it's very clear that there is discrimination around her, but the way they treat her isn't like, oh, there's a prince and she gets saved, and oh, one day she wears a dress and she looks beautiful and things like that stuff you usually
Okay.
see in manga. It's very cold hard and just her being
I see.
in the army, and it's amazing, and I wish I could remember the name because
Oh, yeah.
I'll share it with you guys afterwards. I love shit like that don't fluff up stuff for
Yeah, do that.
entertainment values.
Do
Really
that.
good.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah. I was looking here on some because I can't remember. I think there are some that I've read here. If you see shoujo, I think Banana Fish is a pretty good one. I've read that.
Yeah, Banana
Fish
Fish.
is amazing. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and I think even the anime is like beautifully animated. Like it
I've
blew
not
my
watched
mind.
the anime.
Oh,
What about like I don't think this falls under shoujo. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But what does Clannad fall under?
Clannad is more like I don't know. I'd say just makes you cry. I guess.
Yeah, just like the crying genre.
It's more like Anohana if you've seen that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
So Clannad kind of was a very prominent anime in life as well. Like I didn't
Yeah.
think I would ever cry for a show, and
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, that shit was painful.
Yeah, I think for me that was Anohana because I saw it before Clannad. So I understand what you mean. Yes, yes. And even Audi feels the same thing. Brew needs to watch Anohana and Clannad.
Yes, I have not seen it yet.
Check
Yes.
it out. I think it's pretty popular.
I don't wanna cry though.
It's okay. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
try.
lose anything.
Just just try not to cry. That's all. When you're reading, like, I won't
Yes.
cry. I won't cry. And
That's
it.
what I said when I watched Your Name and I cried.
Oh yeah, you're-
Aw, yeah, that's true though. That one scene,
Yeah.
you all know
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
yes,
That's
yes.
the thing. It's not only that one scene. There's so many scenes.
Your Name? I thought it was
No, but
just
there's
that one scene.
yeah, that one scene made me emotional. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I hope we're on the same page.
Yes, we are. I think. But
There are a lot
bro,
of scenes for me.
that you were
Aw.
crying. Interesting.
That's sweet.
Yeah, but there's some. Have you seen the Tenki no Ko? Have you seen his film after
Not
Your
yet.
Name?
I haven't. I keep seeing
That is-
posters for it, but I haven't watched
That
it
also
yet.
makes you sad.
Is it? Is it
Yeah,
really
y-
nice?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
it
really
might
nice.
make you cry too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I
no.
asked Gaura to watch it and he said yeah and then he never did.
Okay, I'll
Mhm.
force him to watch it. That'll
Thank
be
you.
one way that I get to watch it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Should definitely watch that. Speaking of stuff that makes you cry, have you ever seen Grave of the Fireflies?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh my god, yeah.
My
That's
heart.
the first thing, yeah.
my.
I like I like properly cried while watching that.
And then also Wolf
That was
Children.
painful. Oh, Wolf Children is amazing. I love Mamoru Hosoda. Like all
Yeah,
his
it's
films
just
are like great.
Beautiful.
Even
beautiful.
the girl who leapt through time. I love that one.
That didn't make me cry, but it was.
No, that didn't make, it was a nice story.
Yeah, it was a very nice story though. Yeah, like
Mhm.
what else? I remember like there was this one Ghibli movie. I forgot the Our Corner of the World. Is that what it's called?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't think that's Ghibli.
Is
It's
it
the yeah, it's the war one, right? It's the
Yeah,
same
that's
thing.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's not. Maybe it's not.
No,
Ghibli.
it's not Ghibli. It's not Ghibli. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, that one also hurts.
It's
yeah.
pretty beautiful.
Mhm.
It's a pretty beautiful manga. Like I feel like we should be naming things properly. No.
Yeah, I
No,
think
we
we
never do that on
should.
this podcast.
No.
We never do it.
No, that's Bruce work in editing.
In fact, when we're talking, we're like, hey, that thing, what is it called? Like, what's that name? What's that character? And then Sid is like, yes, I open the wiki and then we look at it.
Yeah, in this corner of the world.
That's the one.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
You know,
By Mappa.
I was just thinking like how
Mhm.
you guys have a lot of friends that you sit and discuss manga with, is it?
Yeah.
Right?
Not a lot.
No?
Just like
Yeah,
two,
like the
three.
three
Mostly
people
it's
in this-
brew. Yeah.
3 people in this little box you see here. That's pretty much it, yeah.
Right. So like it's generally I don't have any close friends of mine who
Mhm.
sit and read manga as much as I do, right? So I don't
Yeah.
end up discussing anything.
Oh,
So I
I
think that
see.
makes such a big difference when it comes to, you know, one
Mhm.
though finding more manga when you have like people to bounce it off in general, but
Yeah,
also also remembering the things you read, because you'll be saying the name more than once if you
Yeah.
actually mention it to people. But like, yeah, I just binge so much and I don't end up sharing what I read to other people, right? So I don't end up.
That
reading
happens.
We
as
shall
much as
make a Weeb101 group and add you in it so
Yes.
that we can chat
I-
about
that is
Like-
manga and
very
anime.
sweet.
yeah. I had
You
no
use
idea that you
Telegram.
even read manga. You know, like
Really?
Brew told me. I'm like, he's like, one day he's like, let's get Nivedita as a guest. I'm like, why? Because she went to Japan, and he's like, we can get her for Japan. He's like, no, she reads a lot of manga. I'm like, what? I had no idea.
Gosh, like nowadays I can definitely like hit you up with really good web comics,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if it's not manga. Really
I read.
interested
I read some manhwas, but I haven't read a lot of web comics, so to say, you know. But like
manhwas, I feel like they kind of are similar. To
they are similar. I read one really interesting one a while ago, like a few years ago.
Do you remember the
It's-
name?
Yeah, I think it was called Girls in the Wild.
Oh,
I
it-
actually remembered it.
Have
now.
you read it? I think
I-
it's about these
I
like girls
keep
who do
passing.
martial arts or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
they-
keep passing
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but I haven't read it yet. No.
Yeah, I was reading. I was really into martial arts. Like, you know, they watching a lot of martial arts stuff, reading martial art manga and stuff, and I found that.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah,
I'll give it.
that
I'll give
was-
it a shot if it's good. Do you think it's like worth a read?
It's good, but I think I enjoyed it at that stage I was in, you know, but I don't know if I
yeah.
would like it now. But yeah, if I was at that stage, I would recommend it. So you should check it out anyways.
Okay, I'll check it out anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see what it is. Like there is this one author who's like this mangaka whose art style I really like, but I don't remember her name. or their name. I'll figure it out. But they have
Okay.
this very peculiar art style, and I think the main manga of theirs that I read is Raiseiwa Taninga I, which is
Oh.
basically like very Yakuza style.
Uh-huh.
That kind of a manga. And it's, do you want me to type it out or something so you can search for
I'm
it?
looking at it right now, actually. Yeah, the
Yeah.
art style looks really interesting. Oh, okay, I see.
I really like their work. Like, what is the author's name, if you can find it? Konishi Asuka.
Yeah, Konishi Asuka. Yeah.
Konishi Asuka.
It's a Yakuza flick manga.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really love shit like that. I swear. It's got a lot of action in it, and it's really nice. And it's kind of messed up at points, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. You know, it's got a very strong female character in it. If you check it out, you might like it.
Some like pages look really well drawn. Like I love the color, like the environments, like the lighting is like beautifully done.
I mean, the
I'm looking
manga
at it right
itself has no. It's not a colored web series. Or
Yeah, I
something
see
like
that.
but it's pretty good. You should check it out. You might like it. They also have a few other stories, Konishi Asuka, but they aren't Yakuza related. They're pretty simple slice of life style stories from what I remember. But again, their art style is interesting enough to keep you reading them. So check them out.
Yeah, definitely. We'll check it out. Maybe we'll do an episode on it later. We don't know. Let's see.
Oh, no, the pressure.
And you'll have to come back and join us, of course.
Like,
Yeah.
what are your favorite type of mangas to read? Like, what do you guys generally prefer?
Well, I'll let Bruce
Read
start
everything.
and then I read usually everything, like whatever, because we're doing episodes on like just stuff we like, and we have a long list to fulfill.
Oh,
But if I would say manga wise, I really enjoyed like Hajime no Ippo. Like I think that's one of my top mangas. Have you heard about it?
of course, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
popular.
I really like that one a lot. And
Another manga that Audie really liked. And
yeah, another one that Audie really liked. And I think if you talk about anime, I think one of my all-time best ever is like Furikuri. Like nothing beats that for me. That's
Ooh,
like,
I've not read.
oh my god, you have to. No, I keep telling people to watch it. It's like 6 episodes. It's very small. Like it's one of my the favorite. It's one of my favorite things I've ever seen. And even Brew Audie, no one watches that shit. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll check it out. Pretty. I've never heard of
Yes.
this.
It is the best thing out there, I would say. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. And the thing about Furikuri is like I can't tell you what it's about. No one can tell you what it's about. It's its own thing. Everyone has like their own interpretations.
Okay.
There's no way for me to describe it. You just need to watch it and experience it.
All right.
Yeah.
I see some guitars and a lot of weaponry.
It's unpredictable. It's
Okay,
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
You
cool,
should
cool.
definitely check it out. The original one, not the remakes. There are some
Oh, okay.
shitty remakes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see where I can find that and watch it. Nice.
But those are some amazing ones, yeah. But I think we got some good recommendations today from you. We'll check them out. I think if
I'll give you a more consolidated
do
list
that.
once I go through my like read history or something.
yeah,
Do you use
and you
Tachiyomi,
can what?
Nivedita?
Yeah.
Do you use Tachiyomi?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I used to use
Yes.
Manga Rock like years ago, but then they shut down,
Well, yeah.
which is
And by
very sad.
Tachiyomi, we mean Crunchyroll manga edition.
Yes,
Yes.
all legal.
All paid.
Yes.
She buys manga from Japan and binge reads it. Yes.
Yes. my sad I was so sad when Manga Rock shut down because I had like lists. I had entire lists of
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
I liked, and like it was several years old. I lost all of it. It was extremely heartbreaking. Starting
Oh,
off
that
with
sucks.
It really bugged me because I was using this old passed down iPad mini at the time, and I was like so happy to get a device I could read manga on. It wasn't a tiny phone. And then I like eventually got an Android tab, and I was like, oh, Tachiyomi is the best. And then with the iPad, I was like, Manga Rock is gone. I cannot, for the life of me, read manga through a site on this goddamn device. I just couldn't.
Oh,
And there was
man.
no other app available on iPad to
That's
read
sad.
manga.
I mean, Manga Rock was, it worked. That was the
Yeah.
main thing about manga. They had a nice suggestions thing though. Like later on, towards the end of Manga Rock, like I think a few
Yeah.
months before they shut down, they started this editor's picks, and according to what you liked and read, they'd like push manga to you, and that was pretty interesting. I thought. Like I wish people like Tachiyomi would do that, but I'm already asking for too much with
With the legal mediums that we use.
Correct.
Yes.
correct. Like beggars can't be choosers. I
Yeah.
take what I get.
No, but from bro, like he reads manga on a tablet, right? And when I recently got a tablet, like reading manga on a tablet, like changed my life.
Really?
It's like the best
Yeah, we
experience. Like the phone is too small, the PC is too annoying. Like the tablet is like the perfect size and the perfect everything. It's like
Gotta get
other
myself
other than the real thing, I think is the best
Really?
experience.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so comfy using my phone because I generally just read before I go to sleep, right? So
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah, but even then, trust me, it changes your goddamn life. the
Really?
way
Yeah,
you can
100%.
read manga. Oh my god, it is a boon. You notice so many more details because you can zoom in
That's
and get
right.
this proper
That's
resolution. Holy
right.
shit.
But
so
like,
good.
I already zoom in on my phone, so
Yeah, but you're going to see a lot better and a lot more on
I
a tab.
guess.
I can show you
I
an
guess.
example.
I
Yeah, I
think it's
think-
the closest to reading an actual.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
almost the size of an actual manga.
That's
if
right.
not a little bigger, but yeah.
That's right. That's right. Ah, fine. I'll see what I can do about that.
Just get a tab. Samsung makes good
Casual.
tabs. Samsung,
Yeah.
if you're listening, I would like a new tab as well. Thank you very much.
Ha ha ha. Oh gosh. Do you
Okay,
guys
I'm gonna
like comedy webtoons and manga and stuff like
I'm going to
that?
give you an example. You can see this.
Yeah.
right here. Just look at
Oh,
that. Look
oh
at
yeah,
look at
that
the
is
size
pretty
compared to my face.
That is pretty good.
He has legally bought this from bookwalker.jp. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
But comedy, right? I think we have read again the thing with remembering. Nichijou is pretty funny, I would say, for comedy. You should check out Nichijou.
So there is this one random manhwa called.
Yeah.
It's like the story is about this one guy. I think Gaura's also read this one, which is great. He doesn't read too many, so he's read this one. So it's about this one guy who summons a demon to get love advice. And
Oh,
that's it. And it's just really simple, and it's nice art from what I remember at least.
yeah.
And it's just this extremely detailed, drawn demon who gets summoned into another world, and this guy is just asking for advice to get the curly legs.
Wow.
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh my
but
god.
It's if you just type something like advice demon manga,
My God.
so you might get something like love. I'm sure you get something.
Advice demon, yes. My ads are gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Is it love advice from the
Yeah,
Great
that's
Duke
the
of
one.
Hell?
That's the one. That's the
Oh,
one. that's the
okay,
one.
okay.
It's really random, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. I don't think. I think it's still at season 1 though.
Okay.
I don't know if it's been discontinued or
Mhm.
whether we're waiting on season 2. But season 1 in itself is pretty interesting to read. You might like it.
We shall check it out on Weeb101.
Okay, we're reaching the 2 hour
How
mark
long?
here.
Holy
My
shit.
gosh.
It's going to
Wow,
I had
it's
no
been
idea.
2 hours.
pain
What the
for me
hell?
to edit.
Holy
So
shit.
thank you
Yes,
guys.
that is a lot for Brew to
Yes.
edit.
for ensuring that I have to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
Nivedita, please send me some of your art so that we can put it up when you're talking, so that it's not just a blank.
Yeah,
screen.
send something like your profile or something like that we can show.
No, she
Okay.
keeps illustrating stuff, right? We can put.
Oh
that, we
yeah,
can show
one
off
of
her
that,
work
whatever you
to
want. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
A couple of viewers.
I'll
And
do
if you
that.
have any links to your stuff you wanna shout out to the 5 people, you can do that where they can look at your work or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on Instagram. That's the only place that I'm on. So,
Okay.
Not even Behance.
Nivesek, Nivesek. So
yeah.
We shall
I-
put that
Okay.
in the YouTube
I'm very
description
infrequent
and
on
the
there. I am
anchors.
sorry. You will probably not see me. Even if
It's
you follow
okay.
me.
People don't really get to the end of the podcast anyway. They listen
Yeah,
to the
no
first
one
10
watches
minutes
this
and they're
far.
Like,
That's
Like you can
right.
literally, you can say blah 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 for the next 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. No one
That's
watches.
true.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
If anyone actually sees it this far and hears Nivedita say blah 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 blah,
Comment it.
comment it. Yeah,
Comment blah blah blah. Yeah.
Just to know if anyone's
I'm going to
watching,
come on and comment it.
we'll know it's you.
Yes.
So that's fine.
Yeah. But this was a really fun episode.
Yeah,
Me
just
not
time
being
flew.
in it for
gosh.
half of
Yeah.
it, so
Yeah.
It was. We'll probably get you back for some more reviews or for probably another episode in the future. Let's see.
I'll definitely read the stuff
Yeah.
that you suggested.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'll tell
and
you how I
watch
feel about it.
Nichijou. Don't read Nichijou.
Correct.
Watch
Watch Nichijou. Okay, fine.
it. Also, do you have Telegram?
No.
My God, download Telegram. It's 2021. We're using
I'm
WhatsApp.
so
really?
sorry. Why? What's on Telegram?
Yes, Telegram, please sponsor us.
We can create like a little group for us to discuss.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Random
don't know.
manga. Talk about Weeb shit.
I've never
can
had
add-
friends who read manga.
And we can add people in as we find them. Like if anyone ever reaches out to the podcast, or if you know someone who wants to
Yeah,
discuss
sure.
manga or anime, we can just add people and make it like a little group.
That's nice
then-
actually. Yeah.
The Navi Mumbai Anime Club.
I thought you'd do it on Discord, but
Yeah, Discord notifications are annoying.
We
No,
just call it
Discord.
Weeb shit and that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway.
But
What
anyways,
audio
yes. He is, I don't know.
We ignore Audi. We don't look at. We don't
He,
realize.
producer San doesn't do anything. He just
Yes.
watches us. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah.
He's too much of an emotional wreck to come on. Apparently,
fair.
he comes on
I
only
feel
for the
it.
ones. He only comes on for the episodes he has a personal connection to.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh, by the way, have you read Kingdom?
No, is it nice?
It's
Yeah, Kingdom is pretty. It's
doesn't
a.
have a lot of.
Audi gives it a thumbs up. I
Yes, he
definitely give
does.
it a read.
It's pretty long though. And
It's about,
pretty good.
The Three Kingdoms era. It's about basically Chinese during the
Ooh,
Warring
I
States, Chinese
love-
history.
I
Yeah,
love period type.
it's amazing.
anything,
Yeah,
history,
I think you'll
historical.
enjoy Kingdom.
Nice.
Check out,
I
check out
love
Vinland
historical
Saga
manga.
as well.
Like
No, you won't.
this is really sad because I have some really nice mangas that I would have loved to recommend, but I'm
you
really
forgot
shit
the
with
name
names.
of all of
yeah,
them?
I'm really shit with names. You put me on the spot. I can't remember anything.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I understand. That
You
does
can-
happen.
You can send a message on the group that we'll make and tell us all your favorite manga, and we'll put it up in the description of the
Ooh,
podcast.
okay.
Yes.
I can do that.
Nivedita recommends.
Hmm.
I mean, like,
Boku
if
no
you
Pico.
ever have any viewers that like Jose stuff, this will probably be
we're kind of looking for viewers who like our stuff first, but yes,
Yeah.
if they do like Jose's stuff.
at some point in time they'll dig.
Hey, on
down and find
Anchor,
this.
on Anchor we have a pretty good ratio, but not the best ratio for anime podcast. But we have I think we have like I forgot, my math is terrible, but 35% female and the rest of the percent male. I can't do
Oh,
maths, but
okay,
you can
okay.
figure it out. So that's not bad. I thought it'd be like 90 to 10 or something, but it's better than I expected.
Neat. So
Yeah.
for that 35%.
Yes, for that 35%.
If like men can like Jose too, but then
Yeah, of course.
whoever does,
Whoever likes it, yeah.
yeah, I'll make a list.
Thank you. Okay, anyway, now we shall bring this down to a close.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on to this episode.
Thank
of
you.
for
101.
having
Thank you.
me.
And we shall call you back, and you have no choice but to accept.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Sucks to be you. And I hope you guys like Nivedita sitting and talking on the show. We can, if you want to come on our show, because we've run out of guests at this point, you can join in anytime you want.
I have a couple
Nivedita, I'm
planned.
kidding. It's a really special thing.
Yeah.
Not anyone can do it, okay?
Not anyone
You
can
have
do
to
it,
feel
yeah.
honored.
No, but we have a couple of guests planned, some interesting ones that will come in the future,
Okay. And,
including.
also,
Yeah, tell me.
one quick update about Space Brothers. I'm lagging behind. I'm liking it. Audie loves it. He's already towards the end.
Yes.
Sid also loves it. He's midway through.
I'm enjoying
And,
it. Yes.
Next week we shall put out an episode on that, and I should be
Mhm.
done by that time because it is pretty cool. Nivedita Space Brothers, check it out.
Yes.
I
Anyway.
will definitely. I'm so sorry for all the rambling that has happened in this show.
That's pretty
That's
much a
what we
normal
do.
episode.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what a podcast is.
If you want
Never
to
done
come
it
back just
before.
to talk about
But-
some anime that we're discussing that you like, feel free.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Cool. I'm glad you guys called me. It was very fun.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, definitely. And okay, that's Nivedita and that's Sid and
Sid.
Audie is our producer who you
Yes.
will not see. And this is Weeb101. Thank
And
you.
you're
Next
Brew.
episode.
But yeah,
Oh yeah,
you can.
everyone knows I'm Brew. I'm like a celebrity.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
And yes.
we shall
And
see
earlier
you
that
next
was
week.
Gora, if people didn't know. But
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
That was Gaura, the famed
Yes.
man
Yes.
himself. But goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Okay, you can stop in 3, 2,
2,
1.
1. Stop recording.
Sayonara.